All that. The road to rank 1. We're gonna try and beat Oishi. All we gotta do to do that is start winning with Tzeentch. So we were theory crafting some builds earlier, and I couldn't really figure out exactly what I wanted. I think the spell casting is probably the weirdest part. I think the Exalted Heroes have a lot of oomph. I think like 5 Marauders and 1,000,000 Zongors is a good start. Like this feels pretty good, right? Or even better, you have the Zongors here, and then you spam Forsaken Marauder spawn. That's where the money is. Tournament starts in 5 minutes, by the way. Check in if you want to play. It's all just Changeling Green Knight, isn't it? Oh, hey, on Rockshot. I saw you in Sotek's chat. What's up? Yo, Sotek's been grinding, guys. He's playing in the tournament today. He's playing as Lizardman. He's gonna crush it. Charix is playing Tzeentch too. Charix, what a Chad. Dude, Charix has some good energy, man. Oh my gosh. Look at this guy. He's trying to win a Tzeentch. I'm trying to win a Tzeentch. Please don't. I don't want to do a Tzeentch mirror. That'd be pretty bad. This is going to be a hard one. Yeah, so Tzeentch is actually, by a long shot, the worst faction statistically right now. Out of 80 games, 87 games, they have 56 losses. But maybe with me and Charix, we can bring them at least above High Elves. And then High Elves can take their rightful place. Nurgle too, dang, yo, Nurgle's 41%. Dark Elves 42%, despite being played a ton. Charix, yeah, me and Charix playing Tzeentch though. That's gonna annihilate today. Oishi's playing Warriors of Chaos. Oh god. You really like Double Exalted Hero? I think Double Exalted Hero is good, but like, is it really good? Or is it just kinda good? I don't know. Nobody deserves to be the worst more than the elves. It's yeah, the elves, I don't know, because the thing is, the only reason the elves have a win rate at all is because of Charix, right? So every time Charix doesn't play the high elves, they'll just dip lower and lower. Cut 1 Marauder for a Forsaken. Yo, it's like so close. I feel like I wish oh man, the 25 gold. Bruh. Oh my gosh. Yo, Tzeentch is definitely the hardest faction to get your money spent properly. Ulrich Qualls playing Batonia. Oh, hell yeah. So we got Chaos Dwarves, Tomb Kings. But yeah, I feel like Tzeentch, there's the spawn of Tzeentch, in theory, have one of the best contact effects in the game. Minus 30 armor. Like, straight up, if you look at it, the Chaos spawn of Tzeentch have a constant 4 winds of magic spell being cast on them 24/7. How is that not amazing? Like, in theory, they should be, like, some of the best, right? They should be insane. If Plague of Rust is good, these guys should be super good. So I don't know why Tzeentch is bad. Spawner underrated. I feel like yeah, we gotta try that out. And then like we get in like some change bringers. Turn is starting soon. You know, winning with Tzeentch before me. We were just talking about you, Charix. Yeah, what a mad lad. Yo, Tzeentch mirror in the finals. Face me. Oh boy. Tzeentch worst faction in the game. How dare you, sir? I'm just reporting the data. I'm just reporting the win rate data, okay? I'm not here trying to make political statements. When you're at the bottom, you're at the bottom, man. I can't control that. Technically, I can, though, if I win a couple of these. Me and Charix, all right, our competition will be legendary. If we can both secure 5 wins with Tzeentch today, and then play in the mirrors and only 1 Tzeentch loss, that means that it's going to be plus 11 wins with Tzeentch and only 1 loss. That's going to skyrocket Tzeentch to, let's hear what. So that'd be 42 over 98. That'd be a 42% win rate. We would bring Tzeentch all the way up to 4th worst. Right underneath Cathay, right beside Dark Elves. Amazing. Yo, it'll be sick. Alright, tournament starting. It's time. At Goblins. At Goblins. It's not Goblins, it's just Goblins. Tourneys starting. So we gotta go here. Gotta refresh. No more declarations of nudes. Sometimes you get a few stragglers. Looks like Attack Speed and Joy wasn't able to make it today. So let's go ahead and generate the bracket. The tournament has begun. And we're up against Karavthir. My boy Karavthir. Oh god. Woo. Yo. Karavthir, my man. Hope you're ready to get Tzeentched on. So Karavthir is like one of the best Cathay mains we got right now. He's a spooky Cathay player. He's also like the only Cathay player. Yo, let's do it. It's Green Knight because, dude, Green Knight's just too good. You can't not take the Green Knight. Okay, so you're first, Karavthir. Oh boy. All right. So how do we do this? What is the way? Do I have a Tzeentch build loaded up? I have an old Tzeentch build. What is this? Iridescent Horror? Sisters of Twilight? Okay, this is kind of outdated. ROR Aspiring Champions? Hell yeah. Tzeentch Spawn and Zongor frontline. Okay, Zongors do more damage than Marauders. Karavthir is carrying the torch. Is Karavthir just gonna knock us out of the tournament at the beginning? I gotta win this. All right. Good luck. Don't meme too much. I'll try my best. He's a big fan of Tzeentch. Tzeentch the Watcher definitely can dumpster the Green Knight if I'm not careful. Depends on the map, but Tzeentch's an absolute menace. I think Spawn are the biggest asset for Tzeentch. The question is, do I go Forsaken Spawn or Zongor Spawn? Forsaken have way more damage. They have less HP though, so a little bit less staying power. How does the money line up? Dang, it's so close. What if I go double Zongor? Quad? Can I go 5 Zongors? Ugh, man, the money lineups for Tzeentch. I hate the money lineup so much. Tzeentch's pretty spooky, yeah. Yo, who's Sotek playing? Sotek's playing against Rusto for his first game? Oh god. Rip Sotek. More armor. Yeah, Forsaken have more armor. Ooh, I could do this. Oh wait, no, that spends more money. Several parts of the Tzeentch roster is slightly overcosted, yeah. And then a lot of their units just flat out suck. like Chaos Knights. Like some of the core units that are supposed to counter things just kind of suck. Yo, can an exalted hero on a Chaos Steed fight Tzeentch? He has baseline anti-large 25. Colossal strike for 30 seconds. Maybe we can get some sick exalted hero situations going. Put him on a chariot. Tzeentch's probably just gonna blast him, right? Put him on a chariot though, and maybe he can fight Cav. Dude, yeah, all the Chaos Knights being weak is really a hindrance for a lot of the demon factions. Because armored Cav is kind of like an important thing. Cockatrice. Yes. The same leadership as an ogre. The same price as like some man-eaters. Yo, Karavthir. You gotta map a ban. I don't think he's locked in. He's too locked in. All right, there you go. He's giving his map ban. Can Valkia take on Tzeentch? Everyone can take on Tzeentch in a vacuum, but with Zhao, it's a different story. Let's play. So you banned Crystal Lake. It's Imperial Road. Or it's Imperial Road kind of sucks. Let's play it's it says like the only good maps he ever released. Okay, I guess Bordello Landing and like some of the community maps that they added in. That's pretty good. Black Ark was pretty nice, though it's outdated by current map creation standards. It's like a little too big. Generally, you want a shorter walking time to points, otherwise like infantry just suck. Betting Yuan bow. Oh yeah, that's true. Karavthir really likes Yuan. The good old Yuan bow. Anyways, back to trying to spend my money. Desperately trying to get a combination of units that actually spends money properly. Something to be said about Chaos Warriors and Spawn. They're much slower, but they also don't die. The thing is, it costs kind of the same as Forsaken. Leadership wise, they have slightly higher leadership and no frenzy. Anyone know if the Chaos Chariots of Tzeentch are good? This is a Tzeentch plot to get their army buffed. Yo, if Tzeentch gets hyper buffed and then they're OP, then it was definitely a successful plot. Is it worth to get one chosen of Tzeentch? To just have like a center line? Just a centerpiece? What about the Severed Claw? Are the Severed Claw any good? They gotta be, right? Severed Claw are sick. Kind of expensive. But I feel like what's life without a little bit of Severed Claw action? I cannot spend my money as Tzeentch, I swear. Severed Claw nuts. Severed Claw are insane. You guys just like the Severed Claw. I know where this is going. Okay, I guess this will do. And then that way I can spam a bunch of these guys. I wonder if infantry max Tzeentch is like any good. Can you infantry max Tzeentch? Or chosen of Tzeentch any? Are they any good? We all know Changebringers are good. Less so in this matchup because his flyers are abundant. Crowmen are really rough to deal with. Severed Claw heal blob build. With like, with what? The Festus? Let's see. What do I want? What do we even want? I feel like Tzeentch's infantry are not bad. They're in a not bad, not amazing category. Does Kairos' magic work in multiplayer? No, he just has boring spells. He just has Blue Fire, Pendulum, Glean Magic, Tzeentch's Firestorm, Harmonic Convergence, and Barona's Time Warp. Doesn't even have healing anymore. Poor guy, man. Alrighty. Yo, Oishi just sent me a crazy picture of one of his builds. It's pretty insane. I won't spoil it though, in case he's whipping it out later. Let's see. So if we're playing Tzeentch, Severed Claw with Ariel. Does Ariel even get her healing item? Because I think it's an item, so she actually just can't. Kind of unfortunate. Centaurs of Tzeentch got nerfed because they were in the Beastman roster. So that's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. Is there anything left here? Good luck, Karaftir, my goat. You're not cheering for your boy Inticity? Why are we cheering for the underdog? Okay, yeah, no. Honestly, I would love to see him win, but I gotta try hard at this. All right, for Tzeentch. All right, there we go. Just adminning. Oh boy. All right, is this the build? I feel like the Exalted Heroes is so good. Do you have anything that can like kill his Cav though? Alright, I guess this is it. Oh god. Oh boy. So we'll save this one as Tzeentch 2. And then just gotta report a minute bug. And then we should be good to go. Oh, Nelly. Here we go. Actually, I should totally get one of these. I should totally get at least one of those because it's fancy. All right, now we're going. What's the worst that can happen? We die horribly. We get annihilated. This should be a decent map for me. Alright, just gotta report the bug. Alright, here we go. Craftier is ready. Alrighty. Here we go. Just do an auto gen tourney. How do you manage that though? Like, how do you make sure people actually auto gen properly? It's a fun concept, but yeah, it also becomes like really RNG dependent. What's the best auto gen faction? Would the Ghost Frog or the hero that de-undeads undead work well with the changeling? So the guy that de-undeads undead is actually not that good in general. Like, routing an undead unit doesn't help that much unless, like, I don't know, maybe against zombies and skeletons, but like undead can be a pain in the butt regardless. It's not like you actually kill the unit, they just kind of run for a bit, and the moment they leave his bubble they become undead again, and because he's on foot he can't like chase them off the battlefield it kind of sucks. I assume Ghost Frog is in like Lord Croak. He's not too meta right now. A little too expensive is all. But alrighty. If it's auto gen ready, should only take like a second. Yeah, but like you can definitely cheese it, you know. Like if you have some really sweaty players, they're just gonna be like, hey, can I use the restroom real quick? And then they're just like rapidly changing their units. You know, it's just a little sus. As a for fun tournament though, it'd be a good time for sure though. All right, Severed Claw. Ready? Good luck, have fun. So this is just a march and kill 'em type army. I got one Exalted Flamer in case he took like melee only. You do need a little bit of shooty. But yeah, just the one Exalted Flamer. He can be defended by the Centaurs. If he goes for a really big ranged build, I should be fine. Changeling into Green Knight should be pretty good to secure this point. Can't get shot by Satang either. First win for Tzeentch today. Charix, what the crap? What the crap? Who are you even facing, man? You beat Sampo? You beat Sampo in like 2 minutes? Okay. Impressive, good sir. I have not even begun my game yet. We just loaded in. Yo, that's spice. Where's magic? Oh, crap. It's fine. We don't need magic. Magic is for noobs. Crap. That's like the one thing Tzeentch is supposed to have. It's fine. I don't need magic. You know what? Tzeentch magic sucks anyways, right? Yo, I haven't made that mistake in a while. It's been a little while. Oh boy, Hydralisk. Yeah, good eye. Oh no, how many people didn't realize that we didn't have magic? All right, here we go. So going here, we transform. I gotta make sure I don't accidentally transform him again. He has a bunch of Jade Warrior crossbows. He actually has a lot of crossbow units here. So not a lot of mass. Double person over there. He has flame breath. Okay. This should actually be relatively fine for me. I do have a sneaky shenanigan I can pull. Thankfully, he's pretty slow. We have the Green Knight. We're just gonna capture this point, and then we're gonna pull back. Because he doesn't have any artillery. He doesn't have any superior ranged formation or anything. So I should be able. Okay, yeah, that's just a little bit of marauder damage. It's okay. Oh, dang, he's already recapturing it. Okay. Because he doesn't have a lot to deal with this, with the Exalted Flamer, I should be all right. We're just gonna pull back. Shield damage doesn't matter too much. Exalted Flamer is amazing for this situation. We're just gonna wear him down a little bit. Sure, he might get a little bit of value off of his flame breaths, but his infantry is far more expensive than mine. I can start getting my my flank on and my shield regeneration. Look at that tiny little flamethrower shot. Kind of embarrassing. This Jade Warrior crossbows. He does summon the cannon though. Interesting. So he's actually doubling down on the range. I wonder how that'll pan out. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Exalted Flamer is gonna have to play very safe. It only takes a couple volleys and he's a dead man. You go. He's relatively fast, so he can kind of dodge. We do have a Zhao over here. Interesting. Okay, so he does get a victory point. He's gonna kill off like one Marauder. That should be fairly manageable. Look at that stagger animation saving his butt. Yo, is this guy gonna shoot? Who here said the Exalted Flamer was good? Yo, this guy sucks. Okay, I guess no one, right? Dude, what are those stagger animations? Alright, I'm probably gonna need some cav to come on in. Dude, this guy sucks, man. He sucks. Alright, here we go. I'm just gonna pull the trigger, screw it. I'll have my sick cav in here in a second. The Exalted Flamer was a terrible idea. Terrible idea to start off with. At least we're gonna waste his first volley with the Green Knight. He has a lot of ranged. He has a little bit of he has a big bird over there. If he keeps focusing the Green Knight on this guy, it should be okay. A couple Marauders in there, that's totally fine. I just gotta keep him safe is all. Then we'll have our spawn converge on him. My spears can take out his artillery. His cannons are still firing away at that guy. All right, here comes the frontline fight. Here comes the Cav. Cav should go pretty well. Exalted Flamers, he's just juking. All right, there's the big flank. And I just gotta be real careful with my Green Knight, right? There we go. That's a pretty good charge from my dudes. The Centaurs are doing fine. Okay, we got a little bit of a route. Solid. Green Knight's probably gonna live too under us. And if I can route off all of his ranged units, I should be fine. Get him. Get him, little Exalted. He does a pretty decent amount of damage. Spears on his Cav, looking good. Should be able to route those guys off. How the spawn doing? Trading wise, it could be prettier. But we are seeing a collapse of his lines now. The Marauders will come back. I should be able to catch a lot of these guys and have a good fight against his Cav. Should be okay. As long as he doesn't like kill my Green Knight, I'm not too terrified. He did invest a lot in range units, which is going to screw him over real bad, I think.
Feels like a missed opportunity.
I did lose my Cav though, and the Green Knight's kind of getting bullied as it stands. Run, 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 you darn Green Knight. All right, there you go. Totally fine. Then we can start firing into that blob. Keep spamming in Zongors, I guess. We can start fighting this bird with the Green Knight. He's pretty good for that. Couple more routes, hell yeah. His artillery piece should be shut down soon too. Green Knight's a Chad, and I still have my my boys over there. Unfortunately, I was unable to triple cap him, but yeah, he is losing his stuff pretty hard. How's the Green Knight doing? Green Knight's doing okay. Right flank has held though. Value trading wise, honestly, could be a bit better. That's pretty nice flamethrower shot though on his Onyx Crowman. So maybe it's fine. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell, dude. That artillery piece is annoying, man. Can we kill it? We'll see. Green Knight against his bird is going well though. A lot of his money is invested in those alchemists too. They're not especially strong here. I'm gonna save up for my little Exalted. Okay, there we go. So we're killing his Crowmen. There you go. Finally got Mr. Exalted here. And we should be able to kill his bird. There you go. Okay, so bird's going down. Most of his value is on the Green Knight actually. So with that going down, points captured. As long as I don't lose the Green Knight, I should be okay. My poor Exalted Flamer is doing his best to melt these guys. He definitely has a lot of cav over here, but the Exalted in here should definitely hard carry. Ouch! Zhao is a beast. Can't really do much about that though. He's just gonna unfortunately beast mode it. Should be able to escort his bird off at least. If I can just get this guy off the battlefield, then there shouldn't be much of a worry. Come on. Come on, you darn bird, get off the battlefield. And then I just gotta get a triple cap on him, right? Okay, so there you go. This is the bird gone. Hell yeah. And then it should just be a pretty easy win just by via triple cap. Triple caps are really rough for Cathay. They don't have many tools. The bird came back. What the crap? All right. Regardless, triple caps are pretty hard for Cathay to deal with. Regardless. All right. So as soon as we get that settled, I should be okay. This guy has Colossal Strike. The Green Knight's the Green Knight. He should be okay. There you go. Let's get that Colossal Strike. Dolorous Blade. There you go. We got a little mini route over there. I can wait for a Cav summon to secure the high ground. That should be fine. Green Knight's probably gonna die though, unfortunately. I do get the capture point. He has 82 health. Okay, you know what? I'll settle for it. 82 health is totally fine by me. He's gonna live. He can hide in the forest. It'll be totally fine. The bird coming back was a little sus, but now he has to recapture the points, and I have aspiring champions in the distance. Yo, no magic. Tzeentch with no army abilities. Classic. Oh my gosh, what an absolute classic. Run to the trees. To the trees, good sir. It's okay. Green Knight will be totally fine. You know, he's... 'Tis but a flesh wound, as they say. All right. Run, man. Just run. Flawless. Yeah. This is, it was a little sus. Thankfully, Cathay is not too great, though. Yeah, Green Knight heals in the forest. That's gonna help him out. And yeah, since he has to spam Chroman and Cav, he probably isn't going to have the chops to he's not gonna have the capture weight to stop me here. Even if he does kill my army, it should be pretty difficult. Run, Green Knight, run. He heals like 4 HP a second. It's like nothing. Holy crap, that Centaur charge though. Dang, Centaur's Tzeentch height. Also, Severed Claw are amazing. And then we have a value lead because Zhao, you know, has full HP. But he's getting distracted by a guy with no HP. No magic challenge with Tzeentch, you mad lad. We're definitely not sticking to it. A solid first game though. Oh yeah, look at that Green Knight. Yo, Green Knight's such a Chad. The power of not losing your lord is great. All right, there's another Cav summon. He's still healing. 'Tis but a flesh wound. Oh my god, that was sus. I think we did well mostly because I went for a full melee rush though. Build wise, I think I ended up with a better build than he did. I don't need to fight for that point. I don't need to lose my units. I can stall way better by holding on to here. That way we also don't accidentally throw or something. What's this about turn? You click on here, you'll be seeing Hag though. What's this? Is the did the thumbnail not edit properly again? The thumbnail should be a it should be the thing. Well, I've been getting reports of my thumbnail not like switching properly. But yeah, it should be a picture of the changeling if I set it up correctly. Let me double check actually. Yeah, it should be set up correctly. I don't know, YouTube's weird. They'll fix it though, I'm sure. All right. Sick. It was a changeling for you. Good to know, good to know. It's kind of fitting though, given that it is a Tzeentch stream today, that we have a bit of confusion. You want changeling stanky? I tried it, but she's gonna cost like 3,000 gold. It's changeling, awesome. All right, so now we just gotta clear off his cav here with the 6 Centigore charge. He does have a Harmony charge. I did misclick. Unfortunate. Yo, the Green Knight can actually start capturing this far point. How insane is that? All right. Goodbye, capture weight. I only have to kill his ground units, and then he's got nothing left. Colossal Strike. Colossal Strike was actually not very useful this game. Not a lot of guys for this guy to duel. But, regardless, in the end, it appears victory shall be ours. His cavalry are no more. And the Green Knight... the Green Knight's limping over here. He does lose speed when he's wounded at below 25% HP. But, it doesn't matter. Aw, yeah. The most annoying Green Knight ever. The blocker? Oh, it's the army blocker, I see. Well, that was a nice first game. I gotta change this build. Yo, Tzeentch, 100% win rate this tournament. Amazing. Amazing. All right. That one took me a little bit longer because I forgot my magic, but it's fine. So that was Grand Cathay versus Tzeentch. Tzeentch wins it. The best faction in the game. Win-loss is counter missing. Thank you. We won our last tournament. That was pretty hype. Won with the Mrs. Stanky. The Marauders did pretty well considering the circumstances. These guys did amazing against his artillery piece. Sending 1 spear on artillery is pretty hype. Severed Claw were Chads. Okay, always take Severed Claw. Spawn were Chads. Exalted Flamer, he did get his value in the end, actually. Somehow, some way, he did actually get his value back. So you know what? Maybe the Exalted Flamer's the way. Interesting. Just make sure he doesn't get shot and staggered into oblivion, and it's fine. That's kind of crazy. I didn't expect him to do well. Sotek lost to Rust over it. I'm sure it's a hard-fought battle indeed. Now, units that I want to summon in. Zongors are probably the best. I think 1 Reserve Forsaken is good. And I need magic. So, yeah. We'll put this guy on a Steed. And we'll have him default Searing Doom. That should be enough. Not worth the Skull of Catan. Not worth anything else. We just want him to be a cheapo. Severed Claw felt pretty good. Changeling, very good. Spawn of Tzeentch was very good. The thing is, the Marauders route like no one's business. Have you tried out the Burning Chariot? It's pretty bad. I've seen it. It doesn't have the single entity killing power that it used to, unfortunately. The Centigores are good. They're just a little expensive. Like, they are a really powerful unit. Just at 1200, if they ever get sniped, you lose all your money. I almost want to replace the Marauders. I almost want to replace the Marauders with Forsaken because they just have way higher leadership. It's going to shrink my front line a lot. But it means I will actually be able to win a frontline fight. And I got 2 Marauder Spears too for the perfect spend. So it's got to be good. And then, yeah, 1 Marauder for capture. We have our Exalted Hero here. I think I will cut the Colossal Strike on him. Most of the time, I'm using him to clear infantry. The Exalted Flamer is a really interesting choice. He's a very defendable range unit. And he does a whack load of damage. If he's ever just able to shoot uncontested, he can get a lot of work done. And he can dodge cannon shots. I'm getting just Searing Doom for now. That should be fine. This feels like a good Tzeentch army. This feels like a solid Tzeentch army. You got your chonky front line with the Spawn and Forsaken. Then you flank with the Marauder Spears. You summon in the good stuff. Lots of infantry. Screamers are terrible. The moment you summon a Screamer onto the battlefield, you start falling behind on Valley. Just don't. Just never take screamers, man. They lose to plague drones. Win, please. Oh, thank you, thank you. That's a first win of the day. Hell yeah. Nice, Libby. I see that Jimmy emote. How do you hunt Cathay dragons then? You don't. I won that game by ignoring Zhao. You don't have to kill all the single entities. This build really is just like capture all the points type of playstyle. What you do about air? Nothing. Unless they're air skirmishers, they're gonna have to land. If we are going to run into air skirmishers, I'll take like, I don't know, blue fire or something, like a big bird. But murder, yo, the murder's hype. Look, Green Knight at least will keep him honest. If he YOLOs his lord, the Green Knight will dumpster them. Green Knight's a Chad, as we all know. I'm surprised you aren't considering Plague of Rust. So where would I use Plague of Rust? On his infantry? That's pretty wasteful, right? Plague of Rust isn't going to do well. Spawn already reduce armor. If I use Plague of Rust on his cav, it doesn't do anything because my Centaurs have armor piercing damage. So it's like I'm only Plague of Rusting for my infantry, and infantry DPS is the lowest in the game. A unit of Forsaken will take longer to kill infantry than a unit of archers. It's just how the game is. It can be shielded archers and the Forsaken might still lose. It'd be closer at that point, but melee damage is the slowest DPS you can possibly find. So Plague of Rusting to get more damage out of it is the least efficient use. How expensive is Scarbrand? Fairly. Scarbrand will run you at, never mind, very, 3,200. Because he has a bunch of spells that are just expensive, man. You're a gooby because I don't have a lot of range in this build. Yeah, if you have a lot of range, Plague of Rust 100%, right? Like that's great. I have just an Exalted Flamer. All right, here we go. Next round, Ulrich Rahl and Scarbrand Chain are still duking it out. Duking it out? I think duking is the correct term. I like where this build is going, at least. I think this build has teeth. It doesn't have any like mind-blowing powerhouse effects, but it has a bunch of units that are just good, and if you micro well enough, you can still pull out wins. Like if I have an opponent that just makes a misplay, you know, even like the top players can just make a misplay, lose their lord, will be good. Charx is playing as Tzeentch too. He's also accepted the challenge. What do you do against Mass, Lothar, and Seaguard with Tzeentch? You kill them. What do you mean Mass, Lothar, and Seaguard? You just kill them. Dude, Forsaken and Spawn against Seaguard just like melt them instantly. Ranged and hybrid range units don't do well in infantry fights. That's the rule of thumb. It's why melee factions like Khorne is so good into Kislev. Unless you're whipping out the sick new Kislev build I made. But yeah, the moment you get a proper fighting infantry unit on them, they'll just die. What faction do you find the least interesting to play in PvP? Skaven. Okay, Skaven are the most like you only have one build faction. Like literally it's almost exactly the same every time. There's like slight variations. I think aside from Skaven, yeah, no, honestly it might just be Skaven. Yeah, they only have one build that feels good. Like even Bretonia, I feel like I can take like Lewin or Alberic. At least that's kind of different. Vampire counts have a lot of cool units. You don't have to go Mantide because it's just very strong. High Elves are so bad that you might as well meme and have fun. But Skaven, it just feels bad no matter what you do. Unless you go for the one build. Bretonia before Green Knight changes. I think Bretonia before Green Knight was, yeah, way too much infantry spam. Round 2 has begun. Goblins. Round 2. Who am I up against? We're up against Charix. God dang it. All right. May the better Tzeentch win. Oh, God. All right. All right. Tzeentch is cooking today. All right. Oh, God. All right, here we go. Does it even matter what map we play on? Alban. Road to Talabheim. Here we go. May the best schemer win. Ugh. It'll be 2 losses for Tzeentch in the tourney after all, says Charix. If we both make it to semis, then yeah. Could be 2 losses for Tzeentch. Oh, God. Finally, online Kairos quest battle. Okay, so I don't think I can just go like... I don't think I can just go like the Green Knight here. Everything does magic damage. That's all stanky. All right, fine. Where's a good Tzeentch? I can use the Tzeentch. There, you happy? It was the Changeling the whole time. I hope there'll be 2 Green Knights. Green Knight's terrible in this matchup. Everything does magic damage. He'll die to the Centaur so fast. Okay, so he wants to play an altar of the champions, which is also a Tzeentch map, as you can see. Now I'm happy. This is so dumb. I don't even know. Okay, I gotta workshop a build from the ground up. Double A cold. Double A cold is jokes. But what if he just kills my whole army, you know? And then triple caps me. Yeah, he has 4 arms. Yeah, he has a fun animation. He like reaches into his face and pulls out books. Changeling can be a worse version of all your heroes. Hype, hype. Yeah, one of his arms is a mouth. So technically he has 2 mouths if he has a face. If he doesn't have a face, he has 1 mouth, but not where you'd expect. Disc Knight spam. Oh, lordy. The Tzeentch versus Tzeentch mirror match. So there's a couple ways to play this. Couple ways to play this indeed. Tzeentch ain't got no magic resist. She's kinda sus. Kinda sus indeed. You don't know what's under the hood? I don't want to know. Sure, there's a mouth inside that hood. I'm pretty sure it is just... It's probably just a portal to some pocket dimension. He eats people just by leaning into them. Mass flamers and pinks. I don't know, man. I don't even know, man. What the crap are we supposed to do against Tzeentch? Against my brethren? Let's see here. Yo, what's the cheapest Tzeentch lord you can take? God dang, they're expensive. Why are they all so expensive? Cheapest lord you can take is a spellcaster with nothing, and he costs 800. Can I take a Herald of Tzeentch? Is that good? What's the cheapest thing? He's also 800. That's crazy. The cheapest Tzeentch character you can take is 800 baseline. Dude, we got factions with like 350. Both your brethren and your biggest enemy. Oh, Nelly. Oh, Nelly. Oops, all Zongors. Zongor spam. Alright, I gotta figure out what lord I want here. You have no clue how Cathay lost. He took too much ranged. He summoned in a cannon too. When you take too much range, you're just gonna lose to melee rush most of the time. Okay, you know what? Guess I could take this. I don't know. What's a better lore of magic? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. How cheap is this guy? God dang, he's so expensive. They're all so expensive. Is there a sick changeling? Okay, I have a list of guys that the changeling can turn into. That's not bad. Is there a good changeling guy you can get? Snagla, Thorgrim, Grudgebearer, Sisters of Twilight. You know, Sisters is kind of jokes. Felix. How much do the Sisters cost? 2,200. God dang, that's way too expensive. Changeling into Malachi. Malachi is also almost 2,000. He's way too expensive, man. Oh, you know, Sisters are 2,000 only. It's Marcus, Snagla, Thorgrim, and Sisters and Felix. Those are the only ones that have a chance. Snagla's asking to get sniped immediately. What if I take Thorak? No, he's also too expensive. Okay, Thorgrim though? Thorgrim has the High King, which is a melee attack buff if he ever gets low. He has Stand Your Ground, Oath of Vengeance. And he has Spell Resist and Missile Resist. Yo, Thorgrim might actually be a Chad here. Is Thorgrim the secret OP? Think about it. Thorgrim. He is effectively unsnipeable. He has 8,000 HP. Lots of fat magic resist. He's a tank, yeah. Totally gonna crush it. I have no doubts. 25 gold off again. What a ripoff. Grombrindle. No, he's too expensive. Yo, Thorgrim's actually kind of cool. Legitimately kind of cool. Oh boy, I really wonder if it's even worth taking Cav here. Or if spawn is the way. Are you supposed to just spam spawn? I don't know. You don't suffer from Tzeentch's magic attacks, yeah. Let's see here. But what magic do I want? It's Lore of Metal or Lore of Tzeentch. Lore of Metal has very high killing potential. I think it's just worth in general. Then you get the caster hero so that your arm is not too expensive. All right, now what might he bring is the other question. There's a lot of blues and pinks that he can field into the horizon. They're all very annoying. Let's see. Zongor is pretty nice. Pretty chunky. He's gonna get a chariot or something. I thought spell resistance. Spell resist doesn't help against magic attacks, but it does help against his magic missiles. That's basically all I need. Do I want this guy? Sure. Flame on. Dude, I'm terrified. Charix is a good one. He's a strong player. I think we can get a solid advantage build-wise, though. Build advantage is definitely plentiful for us. I think I do want 2 of these just in case. Or I take one of these. What are the odds that it dies immediately, though? It's kind of high. Is he gonna go for a Soul Grinder of Tzeentch? Soul Grinder of Tzeentch, no way, that's too strong on this map, I think. This will go as good as the Bretonnian mirrors? Don't say it like that, man. Don't say it like that. Okay, I think I do want these. And then I have one of those guys, which is good. And I have one of these. Okie dokie. Okary dokeries. Oh, God. I really don't feel good about this build. But there's only one way to settle a Tzeentch dispute. Oh, and Lord Yeet incoming. Charek says yesterday I had 2 Skaven mirrors. I did do it. I brought the Thorgrim. If I can get Thorgrim to half HP, he buffs my entire army, and I have a melee rush. So that's kind of the rough idea I'm going for. Because it'll just take too long to snipe him, right? Unless he has like a double exalted hero death squad to kill him. But Thorgrim's a beast. Thorgrim's a beast. The rest of my army's pretty good. I did not take the severed claw though. But it does mean my army gets to be a bit wider. Maybe I'll just ignore the severed claw if he has them. Redeem to hydrate, thank you. Thorgrim is too slow to get yeeted, so he's intensity proof. Alright, here we go. So Zongor capture is good. We have Forsaken spawn. And then a couple spears, right? It's a simple build. He has 6 units. So he has basically no units. He's dead. Charix is dead. He loses to a triple cap. There's no Tzeentch build that can clear my guys quickly unless he literally brought Ace on the Fallen. If he did, I have a Marauder Horseman and an Exalted Hero. We do have magic this time. Just Searing Doom. Yo, if he brought Ace on the Fallen, that would be insane. Did he bring Ace on the Fallen? Knights of Immolation. Alright, that's pretty hardcore. So he brought a couple Knights of Immolation. He brought the Kairos, the Fate Weaving. So he wants to bully me, right? A little bit of a bomb drop coming on in. We're gonna try and beat these guys up. If I can get the captures, we'll be okay. It's pretty nasty. Pretty nasty spell cast he's got going on there. He is going to get his knights caught up though in the fight. And I do get a capture. So that's pretty solid. So how long can I actually hold a triple cap? That's a big question. I got a bunch of spears. I got a bunch of skirmishers. He has more cav. So he basically is just going to try and cav value trade me. Thorgrim does have a little bit of a speed boost over there. So that's pretty jokes. The hope is that the Doom Knights just suck. They lose armor, which is pretty hype. We'll give him that debuff. I have Forsaken over here. His chariots can't do that much damage, right? But he will capture the point. Time is of the essence here because he has a pretty hardcore trading build. We can't let him get too much work there. He'll probably be able to secure the point, but that's okay. Just gonna ignore those chariots real quick. All right, here we go. He's taking the fight in a little bit of an awkward area. But what do I want to summon though? That's the real question. So there's his cav. What do I want to summon in? Probably my magic caster. That seems like a smart initial play. Just reposition my troops so that they can actually get on the point. Skirmisher's got to back it up. Caster though, with the 6 Searing Doom on his Forsaken. That's a pretty nice play. Still very surprised that he decided to take those bad boys, the Doom Knights. though they are pressuring me pretty hard. The triple cap is going to be nasty for him. There's more vigor for your boy Thorgrim. And Kairos is not the best of fighters, thankfully. So already, mayhaps we have a mild advantage. As long as he doesn't capture too many points, I'll be okay. Does summon a little guy over there. But it will take a while for him to capture. Now, here's the thing. We're kind of just accepting that I'm going to be down trading here. There is really not much to be done about it. I just have to capture all of his points. That's the only thing that can be done. Thorgrim's gonna debuff those chariots. Hopefully they take a lot of damage. His Forsaken are spooty. But I do have my guy over here. Yeah, so he's trying to get the capture points. Okay. His chariots are taking a lot of heat. Though. Okay. I have Searing Doom. Will he be able to steal the points, though, is the big question. I've definitely secured this one, and I can kill off his pinks. Looks like he could well, I can slow down this point capture pretty well. And then maybe get some Marauder Horsemen on the other one. Value trading-wise, it's not too bad. Ticket-wise, it's actually quite good for us. This one's going to take ages to steal, by the way. So that's pretty nice. These Doom Knights are trying to do their best. I'll have my skirmishers here in about a second. So I should be fine on that front. And he loses his pinks, which is a big value trade for me. Then we got our skirmishers over here. Shut down the marauders. All right, that's not too bad. And then I can start pivoting my units to take back this point. The hope is just that his trading is too slow. That's all I really got here. You know what? Let's just bombard those Forsaken. If he gets a double cap too soon, that'd be really bad. Thorgrim too. He's doing his best. Oh crap! That's a big old AOE. Can I pull away from that? Okay, skirmishers are here at least. So they're gonna slow down his capture on this side against the Zongors. The confidence in this fight is not exceptionally high. He's gone for like the mega kite play essentially. His Doom Knights are still alive too, which is bad. Which is very bad. I can get a chariot going though, and he shouldn't have a lot of dudes to actually shut down a chariot. Okay, we'll just get a swift charge on them Zongors with the Cav and then pull away from the Doom Knights. How's this fight going? This fight's going okay. Here you go. Debuff those Forsaken. Should be able to get him killed. A little bit of a bombardment there. Dude, I have like no units left though. I have like no units left, dude. You're kidding me. He's just gonna kill me with this? With the Chaos Knights? Okay, technically I win on 1 point, but this will be very sus, right? I gotta scrap back the value like no one's business now. And with the loss of these chariots, life is gonna be pretty bad, right? It is just a Chaos Knight unit. Okay, my caster, he's doing okay. So like I could try to hunker down on this 1 point for the next like few hours, but I think that's a bad play. I think that's a very bad play. Let's see here. This guy needs to evac. All right, well, Thorgrim's gonna cook. It's gotta be it's Thorgrim or bust now, I guess. Yo, the no cav style, I don't know how I feel about this. The no cav style kind of feeling a bit sus, isn't it? He's actually starting to capture this point too. Yeah, he already has a triple cap on me. That's not good. Here's the thing though, value trading can always swing back very quickly, right? You know, yes, he might have the capture point. Yo, I should have had like 1 or 2 cav units, man. Going no cav against the Tzeentch mobility. He's just value trading me like crazy, man. If I had like any amount of cav counterplay, he probably would have been screwed. Ah, god dang. Yo, anyway, we win this. Ah, god. Yeah, he basically countered my like man-tide style. It was just a really solid counter to the Mantide. I had nothing for his chariots. Oh, and the net. The Kairos net, you butt. Okay, you also had a Kairos net. So I guess that's pretty good too. Yeah, my skirmishers really didn't cook. Okay, I can get a bombardment here at least. Look, I still have a lot of tickets. And I have Thorgrim. Mayhaps it is not impossible. We did just kill his chariots. So they're basically gone, right? And then I can just wait for my bombardment spell. You know, his yeah, you know, chariots are more or less gone, right? Can I just charge these guys? Does that work? Let's see here. Okay, there you go. So we're gonna get our bombardment off. Maybe he's not looking. Maybe we're lucky and he's blind, right? It's always a chance. Thorgrim's passive is gonna trigger too, which makes all my guys way stronger. There you go. All right. Pretty good bombardment. It's a pretty good bombardment. Come on, just get Thorgrim a bit lower and I have a chance here. I need Thorgrim just that little bit lower. Because if he gets low enough, then everybody gets buffed, right? Isn't that how that works? Isn't that how that works? The High King affects... Oh, crap. He doesn't... He just has an AoE buff. Crap, never mind. No, I'm just dead then. God dang it. God dang it. Alright, Charix managed to take the Tzeentch win. So he went for... He basically went for a Tzeentch mobility squad and value trading playstyle. I think if I had any amount of cav, I probably would have been fine. Yeah, he had a couple nets, but it's not like the spookiest playstyle. Is Kairos and Tzeentch's Firestorm though is insane. That's such a crazy combo. Maybe we just copy that. Dude, Kairos, Tzeentch, Firestorm shenanigans. Yo, the Changeling died. He died as Thorgrim. Oh, God. All right. Thorgrim sucks. Thorgrim sucks. All right. There you go. GG, well played. Yo, that Firestorm. That Firestorm was insane. How'd the spawn do? The spawn were good. The Forsaken were only okay. Let's see. What I really needed was just Centaurs. If I had Centaurs, I think we would have killed them. Or at least been able to contest. Sure, you had Kairos with the net and the Firestorm to win cav fights. I guess that's kind of his play, right? So he wins his cav fights and then he just picks apart wide armies with that. I can see what he's going for. I feel like this has infinite counters, but we did not manage it. Terrifying indeed. Okay, yeah, Thorgrim sucks though. Never again Thorgrim. I would have rather had the Green Knight in that situation than Thorgrim. And then definitely always have at least 1 or 2 reserve Centaurs and you'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. Blue fire is fantastic if you're flying around and shooting it. Yeah, all we gotta do to counter that is just have a little bit of Centaur control. Because the Doom Knights are 1,500. They're insanely expensive. Alright. Even worse than Betonia? Supposedly. Tzeentch has the lowest win rate. Alright, if I can make it to semis though, we still got a chance. I just gotta win my next 2 matches. Thoric plus Wand of Whimsy. No, the melee attacks aren't doing it. I just need cavalry to counter his stuff. Or a lot more skirmishers. There's an easier counter too, where you go basically the same build Kairos, but you also take Soul Grinders. Kairos and a Soul Grinder beat just Kairos pretty easily. So if I rematch them in a Tzeentch mirror, I can just do this. All right, let's see it though. Needed a Nurgle Lord. Gets sniped by Kairos immediately. Yo, Tzeentch's Firestorm is insane though. I think totally, if I want to just go hard meta, Tzeentch's Firestorm, Gaze of Fate for the rest of the tournament run. That's a sick combo, man. Because Gaze of Fate's, you know, pretty cheap. 50 gold per cast. And it means that you nail your Firestorms. Like, all of his value is mostly coming off of that. The Doom Knights weren't doing that much. Knights of Immolation have a drop. They actually have a lot of bombardments, but one chase off and you're done. I think we definitely could have killed them. And I think the Soul Grinder is very necessary. I wonder if I should go Soul Grinder Kairos now. Man. I definitely outplayed myself though with the Thorgrim. God dang Thorgrim. But yeah, the horrors are terrible. So like you don't go for horrors in this matchup. There's a lot of armor. Any faction with armor can just run them down. They're also way too expensive. All I needed were Centaurs of Tzeentch, man. Ah, crap. And the Kairos, definitely, he wins you every single cavalry engagement. So, like, his build is basically saying, like, you know what? I hate Tzeentch infantry. I'm just gonna go for Kairos and the shenanigans. I feel like this is it, though, right? You just go Kairos, Tzeentch's Firestorm, then you don't need to take a caster. Staff of Tomorrow reduces all cooldowns. So you can back-to-back Gaze of Fate, Tzeentch's Firestorm if you really want to. I think like a cheapo Kairos is fine. I think you always want to have at least 2 Centaurs. Because you might just get bullied if you don't. It doesn't matter that the Centaurs are kind of expensive. You just have to have some sort of counter chariot cavalry playstyle if you're going to go for this kind of spawn approach. I think the spawn are still good. Severed Claw would have been amazing. If I had Severed Claw, he would have died. I think I should have taken the Severed Claw that game. And then you go for... yeah, you take a couple Zongors. A couple Forsaken to take points back very quickly. A couple more Zongors so you have infantry. The Skirmishers are hard, maybe. I feel like you don't have a lot to defend Skirmishers. I do like the one Flamer, depending on the situation. Tzeentch Centaurs are costly, but they're the only cav unit that'll actually, like, do anything for you. I think they're way better than Chaos Knights of Tzeentch. I may be horribly mistaken, though. These guys do have a lot of armor. But let's see here. So we have that. We have Capture Zongors. We have Value Trading Kairos and a Soul Grinder. And then I could take me some... is it really just more infantry after this? I feel like the infantry spam's not bad. You really don't need much more. The one chariot's probably fine to take. And then, yeah, one more Zongor, one more Forsaken. You know what? I think this build cooks. I think this is the new Tzeentch build. All right, we'll call it Tzeentch 3. So you have Kairos Firestorm, which is definitely the hard carry. Do you need Greater Arcane Conduit on Kairos? Probably. So I can just demote this guy to a Marauder. I have 100 gold left over. Can I swap him out? I could take a Forsaken. That's pretty high. Could take the Blue Fire. It's either Blue Fire or Life Leeching. Blue Fire does have some use, but mostly you want to be spamming Firestorm. So I think it'll probably just be Life Leeching. Alright, here we go. This is a good Tzeentch 3 build. I could definitely win the next two. It's Charix. He should be able to win his matches. And then hopefully we make it to semis with this. 4 more matches till the next bracket. As long as Charix goes and gets a lot of wins. He needs to win every other game, though. He has to win every other game, otherwise we're screwed. Or at least I'm screwed. He might still make it. Only good thing is Zongors. Zongors and Forsaken are both good. The Severed Claw are really nice. And the Soul Grinder can be pretty nice, too. The Exalted Flamer can get its value back if it is uncontested. It depends on the matchup. Very matchup dependent. How do Doom Knights perform against Furies, Harpies, and the likes? They would do very good, yeah. Doom Knights don't have a lot of armor piercing. So the main problem is if they get countercharged by Cav when they land. That's the main weakness of them. Glade Riders and basic archers. But yeah, the max mobility build is really good against factions that can't spam too much infantry to stuff you up. Factions like Tzeentch. Glade Riders and basic archers trade up into Tzeentch Centaurs. Do they? That's pretty crazy. Tzeentch does have a net though. So like the Centaurs are more of a defensive tool to defend against like chariots and to kill their infantry. The Centaurs are really good at clearing out armored infantry. And with the nets, you're probably going to win any Cav fights. That's basically what he was doing. He was just shutting down my skirmishers. So I think you could probably make them work. The Soul Grinder and the Kairos is an interesting duo when you don't have blue fire. I might sub out the Soul Grinder, depending on the situation. Soul Grinder really only works if you're going like extremely hard on the snipe. Yeah, this guy has under 4,000 HP. He is a squish master. Though he can dodge range attacks pretty well. Alright, Ulrich Roland Corsair facing off. It's fine. All I gotta do is win my next few matches. I can count on Charix to go 4-0. Right? What's the scariest thing he can go up against, really? He already beat Sampo. Maybe I'll face Sampo and then I'll go up. Oishi is in here, Son of Heaven. Yeah, my opponent points are gonna suffer though, losing round 2. No way around it. It's fine though. The 3-1. The 3-1 carry. Yeah, hopefully I have given my request to CA to buff Doom Knights and Screamers. I think they are very weak right now. Although Charix did do pretty well with Doom Knights. Cockatrice has a slow into a net move, but it's only one cast and the unit itself is pretty weak. You're basically paying 1,100 for a net, which is worse than the Warp Grinders. And no one takes Warp Grinders either. It also has no range. It has like a 50-meter range. Kinda sucks. That's one of the big units I hope that they buff next patch. The request is in. We'll see if they do it. You forget the name of the unit, but have you experimented with the Flying Disc Flamer squad, guys? Yeah. Yeah, these guys are amazing. The Changebringers. They are one of the best units on the roster if they don't get countered. We played against Cathay and Tzeentch today. So I think they would get too hard countered because both factions have flying. What about Chaos Shrines? They're okay, but a little too expensive. Too slow burn for how Tzeentch plays. It's a really slow burn unit. And if you're not going to get your... If you're not going to get your value, you're kind of screwed. Feels really weird that Doom Knights don't have armor piercing. Yo, if they had anti-large armor piercing. They have halberds. They really should have anti-large armor piercing. It'd be so much better, man. And then Doom Knights would just be like a staple in the roster. Come on. But yeah, I think Tzeentch, Kairos is probably better than the Green Knight still. As fun as the Green Knight is, Kairos can just delete units, and he's a super cheap spellcaster Terror Lord. So he's probably the best cost-saving measure you can do. I think Doom Knights use lances. The picture is definitely showing a halberd, though. You can't tell me that's a lance. You can literally see the halberd. It's right there, man. It's right there. And if they're using lances, they should at least have anti-large. I'm pretty sure they're halberds. Yeah. The only halberd infantry to not have anti-large. Alright, BRB getting water. Their models are halberds. Well, how do you do that? Ulrich Wall and Corsair still fighting it. Come on. Okay, I just need Charix to go. I just need Charix to go 4-0. I just need him to go 4-0. Come on. Should inform CA that horses and similar animals won't charge in 26. That would be so crazy. If a unit is braced, cavalry around them just lose. They get minus 100 speed or something. That'd be pretty crazy. But anyways, gameplay wise, it'd be pretty weird. If cavalry would be so bad if they were like historical cav, because the leadership on these guys is way too high compared to historical. Like, cavalry typically was your terror-causing unit back in the day. It was meant to terror bomb, not to just charge into infantry. It's meant to rout them and then charge them off the battlefield. It's fine, though. I like the more gamey version. Yeah, Tzeentch has a lot of overcosted units. 200 gold for a non-armor piercing range unit with not a lot of range is like, what are you even doing, man? What are you even doing? Alright, I'm so ready for my second fight against Charix, though. Second duel against Charix should be totally winnable. Totally winnable. Man, Ulrich Wall, though. Is Ulrich Wall playing vampire counts? He better not be playing vampire counts, I swear. If you play vampire counts, your game is going to start lagging. It's just how the game works. Ulrich Wall is playing Batonia. He's playing Batonia and it's still taking forever. Batonia should be the fastest games ever, man. He has the Frenchies. Yeah, how long does it take to win or lose with Batonia? I feel like it's like the fastest thing ever. Is he man-tiding it? What's going on? Yeah, I'm so afraid that Charix is gonna like get caught out though with the weird build, and then I'm not gonna make it to the semis. I only have time for one tournament. I got more editing to do. We got a lot of videos. Got a lot of videos I want to get to. Let's see here. Current video, I might need to change the thumbnail and title though. 1 second. But you know what I should do? Yeah, this will be good enough. Actually, wait, you know what? Screw the Kepler guard. I'm gonna do a quick thumbnail title change. 1 second. Does this work? Emphasize the fact that the chariots are there? Or... Because Kepler guard's not that exciting. I feel like, you know what? Maybe some Ushopti. Yeah, there you go. Alright. There we go. I can start working on that while I nervously wait for the next round. I'm terrified, guys. I'm absolutely terrified. I feel like I'm gonna get bloody massacred. There's no way I make it to the I don't know. Can Charix get there with Tzeentch? I feel like there's no way, right? Like, I know he's Charix, I know he's a Chad, but how even? How am I even supposed to make it? I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. The competition's not too bad though, but if he goes up against Oishi, who's playing, if he's going up against Oishi, who's playing, what's it? Warriors of Chaos. That's pretty sus. We have a few Skaven players today though. Skaven is a good sign for me. But yeah, I don't know, man. So like Skaven, there's a few Skaven, there's a couple greenskins, Kislev. Rusto's playing Kislev. Yo, is Rusto playing the Dread Kislev build? That'd be pretty jokes. I wonder, Tzeentch can definitely beat that build though. So I guess it's not too bad. How's is the tournament bracket done now? Is Ulrich well done? Yo, Ulrich's still playing? What the crap? But yeah, there's a lot of like non-sweaty factions. Dark Elves, Khorne. Like, I think Charix should have an okay time. Then Chaos Spawn, Armor Reduction plus Plague of Rust is strong. Maybe you can Plague of Rust with like, I don't know. Here's the thing, right? I think Kairos is definitely your best. Kairos is definitely your best bet for Tzeentch. Charix says he's memeing today. God dang it. No, Charix, please. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, next round. Advanced Swiss. Add the Goblins. Round 3. All right, who are we up against? Hopefully I matched someone higher tier. Rusto, okay. Rusto lost against Oishi. Oh god, okay. So if I can beat Rusto, we knock out a top tier player from possibly making it to semis. This is very good. All right, so basically this is a fight for whoever can like get the semis knockout. He's first banned. Now, here's the problem. He's playing Kislev. Kislev are a very annoying faction to go up against if you're playing a Tzeentch. So... the shenanigans bound. Great shenanigans. How do I beat this? Let's see here. He bans Terracotta Graveyard. He's playing Kislev. Crystal Lake. I'll ban... it's just a little spooky for me. I'll ban Itza. Yeah, it's just actually a little bit spooky for me. Because I think he has better Vanguard and Cavalry than me. Right? With better Vanguard and Cav, I really... Oh, God. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I really gotta, like... I gotta get a bigger map. It sounds weird, but, like, a bigger map is better because I have more time to react to his stuff. Yeah, no, he's not Petonia. That's Oishi. So, we're on Crystal Lake. It's a big ol' open map. Playing Kislev, eh? He's playing Kislev. Okay, definitely want this. Let's see here. What's the best way to manage him? What's the best way to manage a Kislev player? Yeah, he's just gonna have a lot of cav. I guess this is not that bad, this unit over here. I definitely have a good number of tools here. And especially knocking out Rusto is a huge boon to us. It's just the act of knocking him out that'll be a little difficult. Let's see. Is this good? No. Money matching with Tzeentch continues. Let's see. Oh, okay, wait. I can get one of these, right? And then a spawn. Dang it. Yo, Tzeentch always has 25 gold left over. It's the most annoying faction to army build with. What is this? Why can't the Marauders just cost 400 like a normal faction? Okay, you know what? I guess this will have to do. It's so janky though. All right. All right. And then I have a decent reinforcing army. Kislev. I can't take the Green Knight because they have frost worms, which are big problem. They're a very big problem. I'm ready though. I'm ready to face my maker. Worst case scenario, we die, we try again tomorrow. Watch Charix manage it though. If Charix wins today's tournament, that would be insane. Would most certainly be insane. I bought a soul grinder this time, by the way. Seems like a terrible idea, I know. But I think Little Grom doesn't really have the HP to stand up to something like a soul grinder. So I think I can just kill him. Here we go. So the plan is simple. He's gonna bring in extremely elite cav. And then I'm gonna hit them up with the Tzeentch's Firestorm. Firestorm and Net is like the strongest combo in the game right now. So anything elite he brings will die to that. My infantry are pretty decent at rushing him. All I gotta do is get like my one Centaur out. I could bring in the Exalted Flamer to pepper his infantry lines if I so wish. You know what? Screw it. I'm fighting for the high ground advantage. I'm going hard on the high ground fight. So my soul grinder has a little bit more damage. The forest helps me because we can flank him too. So I think he'd be tempted to go for the low ground instead. There we go. As expected. And what is he at? He has the ROR Streltsy. Okay. It's very firestormable. So that's a blessing. Kairos, by the way, with the life leeching. Great Arcade Conduit. So, you know, he's a pretty juiced up spellcaster. There's his lord. So she's just on foot with Blizzard. She doesn't really have anything worth worrying about, mostly. I think I will just get my Exalted Flamer. Try and bait out Little Grom. And then we will go from there. So, let's see if he falls for the bait. If he tries to shoot Kairos, that would be pretty nice for me. Ah, crap, I whiffed. Crap, I whiffed hard. Crap. God dang it, Kairos. Run. I fell with bait. He had the ambusher. It's okay though, Kairos is fine. Kairos is totally fine. Oh god. Okay, well that was terrifying. Yeah, he had the ambusher here. What a ripoff. At least I got a lot of damage with the firestorm. That's good. All right, so don't die to the ambushers. Good to know. He has a lot of guns too. The guns shouldn't help him too much. I should be able to get a chariot in here too. Chariot's a little bit weird, I know, but it's actually quite fine in this situation. I should be able to get a pretty solid flank off too. Doesn't really have too much here to deal with it. All right, Flamer, this one's on you. What's he gonna summon in? Just some skirmish cav? Okay, skirmish cav are not a big deal in the slightest. So I'll just get my soul grinder to start peppering him. And then it's just shutting down his guns and such. Do I have a net here for these guys? Or am I just gonna have to eat it? I may just have to eat it, unfortunately. I gotta be real careful about them ambushers. Maybe I can net him. I'm gonna try it out. Most of his guns are a little bit out of position. That's good. Here come the Forsaken. There's the net. So I should just be able to rout him off the battlefield by just charging them. Very nice. Chariots. Kind of goofed up with the chariots, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of a big misplay. The Streltsy are really going for me though. Interesting to see. Very interesting. Change. Yeah, the flamethrower guy's doing okay, I guess. I do have my aspiring champions coming in now. He does have a kitty cat being very annoying though, and I did lose a chariot for free. That's terrible. I do kill off some of his cav though. I guess that's nice. Dang, a whole chariot though for free? God dang, man. There go his range units. Okay, I gotta pull the trigger and just try and get a deep dive here. His cav is gone at least. And I have a decent amount of infantry coming on in now. Decent amount of spooky infantry. So mayhaps we'll be able to get a big old shutdown on him. Chariots did manage to come back too. So now we just gotta be a little careful with Kairos is all. We got the firestorms coming on in. There you go. Nice. Flamethrower's probably doing okay. I would love to get some Centaurs in here, but I really just can't right now. I just gotta be careful about his ambushers. Okay, there we go. There's another AoE plopping on down. Can I kill his lord? I wonder. Okay, chariots are doing okay. He's having a hard time getting line of sight. A classic issue. There you go. So those guys are routing off. Soul Grinders coming on in. He has a couple Griffin Legion here. Okay. I haven't been using the net combo very well. That's definitely one of the great misplays that I am making here. But the Severed Claw at least are Chads. If there's one thing that is true, it is that the Severed Claw will totally hard carry me to victory. Maybe we can get a Lord Snipe. That would be actually kind of huge if we managed it. Come on, Kairos, just beat him up. The Flamethrower is doing real good. In fact, I think we can get in our big boy here. He does get a pretty nice charge though, but his Griffin Legion, we can actually net them down and get the bombardment in. Let's see here. Dang, the Exalted Flame are actually killing his kitty cats pretty hard. So there's our solid bombardment. They're gonna go down. We're gonna kill off his infantry with the Severed Claw. And then we're gonna be able to kill his kitty cats with my cavalry. That's solid. The wolf hearts are not too spooky here. And his lord is exceptionally low on the HP now. A lord kill would most definitely spell doom for my opponent. Ouch. Okay, so she gets a pretty solid cast on my cav here. That was pretty painful, but they do lose a lord. So I think that's still a pretty big plus, especially at such a pivotal moment. A lord loss is very painful. Losing that cav though is also really bad, but he lost a lot of his infantry and the Severed Claw are still alive, so I think we're probably in the clear as long as my cav don't die here. Come on, you darn cavalry, you got this. And they rout. Scrub lords, I swear. Yeah, okay, we did kind of eat a massive AoE, but maybe I can save them with the cav summon. Value trading wise, it's still pretty close, but like we definitely have a lot of juice left here with this gun line kind of picked apart. That's gonna hurt him a lot. And his Griffin Legion might even get caught out too. If I can get a flame storm on them, they are doomed. There goes his other kitty cat. Nice. Griffin Legion again taken out. Solid. You know what? Let's just cast our spell right on top of them. Oh, no, you don't. All right, there you go. So that should delete the Griffin Legion. So no more them. Then I got my Zongors over here to secure that capture point. The revenge on the kitty cats is real. The Griffin Legion are taking massive damage now. Not the best spell cast in the world. I definitely could have done better, but he kind of has to resummon his lord now, right? And that means that he won't have more cav to secure the situation. His lines will be in disarray, and then we get a solid victory. At least I think so. He does have a lot of dudes left, but he's about to lose his ambushers too. There we go. All right, ambushers are down. This is where the Tzeentch cav. This is where the Centaurs hard carry. They're able to clear infantry like no one's business. Dang, that's a lot of Kossar dervishes though. Okay, so that's a good charge. How's this cav unit doing? I'm doing pretty good. I just gotta make sure I don't get charged here and I'm okay. Severed Claw can come on in. That'll be a good one. Yeah, his halberds over there not doing too well. I can start getting a chariot because he just summoned a lot of his cav on this side. So they really shouldn't be able to get too much support here. It's a little bit of a bad tussle, I'd say. It could definitely go a little bit better, but having this Severed Claw here means he should still be absolutely screwed. None of his range units are online anyways. There you go, a little mini route. Go get him, Zongors. Beat him up. All right, sick. Kislev, not too bad. He did resummon his lord though. He doesn't have a lot of targets for his magic, so that's definitely nice. She does summon a little kitty cat though. Little kitty cat summons is brutal. I'm waiting for another firestorm that I don't even have. Whoopsie daisies. What do I want now? I guess we're summoning in Forsaken. That should be fine. Yeah, I don't have any more magic left. Whoopsie daisies. I could Lord Snipe him again, though. She is a fairly snipeable target. Just get a little bit of a missile on her face. Get a little bit of one of these. Yo, the Severed Claw are actually MVPing right now, though. I can't believe how good the Severed Claw are. I can't believe I forsook them. Although, maybe he's going to pull it back, actually. It's going to take me a hot second to actually take this point. He's trying to shoot Kairos to save his lord. Kairos can dodge mildly, though. Then I should be able to shut down his boys on the flank. The chariots I left in combat for way too long. They took 1,000,000 damage. That was my bad. Get him, Severed Claw. This one's on you. Okay, that's a solid terror route. Nice. He shouldn't be able to kill my Forsaken here. Not with light cavalry. He does have another kitty cat, but that's not going to save him. Definitely a nail biter, though. Are these just armored Cossars? Okay, that's not too bad. As long as Kairos lives, I got no problems. How my chariots doing? I guess I'll bully his lord. The lord bullying is definitely the way to go. Yeah, get him, Soul Grinder. Beat him up. Severed Claw can handle the rest. How's the chariot doing? It's getting in there. I should be able. Yeah, his cav slowly going down. I think nothing he summons in can deal with my Forsaken spam. So it's definitely, yeah, we're just gonna go big on that. Kairos has to be a little careful though against those units. Yeah, he's basically Hail Marying on the Kairos now. His ambushers on Kairos were definitely big spooky. But Kairos is one of the hardest lords to kill in the game. He has a bunch of capture kitties now, but I think we won it. Thank goodness. Kislev. An absolute menace for sure. Definitely skipping on the pinks and blues though, I think is the way to go. Pinks and blues are kind of sucky. They're kind of sucky on how I feel about them. There's a triple cap. All right, so that means no Rusto. Hell yeah. No Rusto in the semis. That's magnificent. Man, these guys rally with like no leadership left, I swear. And then at least I have a triple cap on them now. Severed Claw, I'm always taking the Severed Claw. I've never had a game where I'm like, God dang it, those Severed Claw. Actually the best unit in the game. Times a million. Severed Claw would have beat Charix. I just need Charix to win now. Oh crap, he's killing Kairos. That's a little bit of damage you got there, isn't it? His lord's running away. Okay, now he did summon in the Griffin Legion. Can I brace against them? What if I just stack all my infantry? Is that gonna work? These guys routed and their passive triggered. Weird. Kind of strange. Severed Claw deleting his kitty cat. Or I think they just time out. Or is it actually... Dang, it's a real one. Holy crap, they killed it so fast. Crazy. Whiffs his charge. Hell yeah. And now I have Macav. Wondrous. One final Lord YOLO for the boys. Not today. Okay, Zongors to help hold the points. Yo, look at the Severed Claw. How much value do these guys have? 2k? Dude, all right. Severed Claw for life. It's the only way. Gets a little bit of a cav smush. Doesn't matter, though. They don't kill things fast enough. Dang. All right. Severed Claw for life. They're the only good unit on the entire Tzeentch roster. I'm calling it right now. There's nothing else better than them. Kairos is useless when you run out of magic. He's still a terror lord. Don't underestimate Kairos at low HP. He will terror out infinity units like no one's business. And it's not worth fighting him because he doesn't do a lot of damage. He's pretty cheap. Still has terror. Yeah, the terror is insanely good. Terror on a mobile unit. It's quite nice. So There's his cav. All I gotta do is brace and counter charge. Are they gonna charge me here? Okay, yeah, they are gonna counter charge. Centaurs still do pretty good though against Griffin Legion. They definitely lose their fight against Griffin Legion in a plain battle. But yeah, with this much combat support, not a chance. And that's gonna be a victory. Nice. And hopefully a few more opponent points. That's a good one. That's a good one. GG. How do Doom Knights? Oh wait, no. Twitch chat hasn't messaged in ages. So the Soul Grinder, I don't know how much I liked. It was a solid fighter, solid terror router, but it didn't really do that much. It would have been way better if he had like one of those scary single entity lords. And despite him not having that, the Soul Grinder did a decent amount of work. So I wouldn't say it was a terrible idea. Seventh Claw were amazing. So that's pretty good. We have one more round of this tournament, and then we see if we make it to semis. What a nail biter. So that was Tzeentch versus Kislev. Tzeentch wins. Charix better win, man. He better win. Charix won. He won versus Son of Heaven. Let's go. All right. All right, that's a good one. That's a good one. So, Son of Heaven's also a pretty spooky player. That puts me tied with Son of Heaven. Let's go. So, if Son of Heaven also only lost to Charix, I can play the tiebreaker against him. Love the difference between Chaos Warriors and Severed Claw. These guys are like, this is a real unit. The Chaos Warriors are nothing. They did eat a fat blizzard, though. You won against Skaven? Hell yeah, Karaftir. Yo, how's Sotek doing? Sotek won. He won his second match. Hell yeah. There was actually a chance we would have matched into him. If he wins this one, we may even match. That's pretty hype. But yeah, I think Charix, he's a chat, right? He's totally gonna he's totally gonna go 4-0. 100%. Not a single doubt. Come on. Come on, Charix, please. For me. Do it for me, man. We can play another Tzeentch mirror. It'll be hilarious. We'll bring up that win rate. Based master of Sotek. Yo, lore master of Sotek. He loves his lizard, man. Definitely loves him. And he's actually like fairly proficient with them. Like I would say he's like at least Karaftir level. Like I think a lore master of Sotek versus Karaftir would be a really interesting fight. I don't know who would win. He wants to gatekeep Sotek so bad. What do you mean? I want him to crush it with Lizard, man. And to do that, he's gonna have to face some difficult matchups. He just lost to Nerex's Wood Elves. Dang. A shame. Okay, so this is decent. I had this saved under Tzeentch 3, right? Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's a Soul Grinder blue fire spam that can really kill off lords if you do it just right. The life leeching didn't give me that much Winds of Magic, I feel. I do have the Scroll of Destiny if I really want infinite wins. We start getting into pricey Kairos problems if I do that, though. You don't need Staff of Tomorrow because you're going to get all your magic anyways. But yeah, this is not that bad. There's some funny Glean magic shenanigans you can do too. You Glean magic them and then blue fire, but if you're Lord sniping anyways, it's a little excessive. Does that make my money situation any better? 600? Dang, 50 y'all. Oh, what a ripoff. Can I get another spawn maybe? Oh my gosh, wait. Dang it, 380. 380? That's 100 over. This is 380. But if I do this, that's 70 over. This is pain. This is absolute pain. It's impossible. What's some tips for Chaos Dwarves in land battles? Go for the trains, man. Whichever train has that little shotgun blast at the front, you can use it as basically a mega chariot. The trains are chariots that just don't die to anything. And then you get the one lord with healing, one caster lord with healing. Every time he casts spells, he's really good. Sorcerer Prophet. Put him on a big mount, and then like that's basically the Chaos Dwarf bread and butter. Take a couple Kadai Fireborn, spam Dwarf Warriors. And then, yeah, sometimes you take the odd artillery unit. It's like a mix of stuff. But like your bread and butter is definitely that lord choice. And the trains. What should Tzeentch have built? Lizardmen versus Wood Elves? I didn't watch the game, but Lizardmen versus Wood Elves, you can go for a kite skink build. Tzeentch, he really doesn't kite a lot. So if I had to suspect, I think that probably the way. Like a million chameleon skinks will do really well. Alternatively, he can just get a solid rush, but like it's hard to attack into a Wood Elf gun line. You're 1 and 2 right now, Karav here. Nice, nice. Make it 2 and 2. You're late. How are the games going? It's okay. I might make it to semis. I might not make it to semis. At the moment, it's a little bit of a toss-up. Oh, I can take my Centaurs here. That way I don't have to summon them in later. It's either that or I get rid of the Soul Grinder. That's not... It's kind of weird because I have no infantry. I'd be summoning in infantry at the beginning. Oh my god, it fits. It fits. Okay. Saving this one right now. You know what? Screw all the other Tzeentch builds. Delete that. Delete that. Yo, that's a crazy thing about that's a crazy thing about the Severed Claw. They also make it so your money spending is good. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Are the Changeling shenanigans done though? Yeah, I think Changeling Green Knight is not nearly as good as Kairos. Kairos is just such a Chad with his amped up blue fire. His life leeching, infinite winds of magic spam with Scroll of Destiny. His net into Tzeentch Firestorm for like insane sniping potential. Like we beat Kislev and I didn't even play that properly. All right. Come on, Charix. Miss Kairos with healing magic. With healing magic, the Aeson might actually be good. They should do Kairos like they did with Manfred. Give him 12 spells instead of just a 6. That'd be cool. I feel like more lords should copy what Manfred has going. You know, whatever janky way they can do to fit in more spells for some characters, it'd be so cool to see for multiplayer. Would Kairos be busted if you could customize his spell lore like in campaign? Maybe not busted, but it'd make him even more meta than he already is. Blue Scribes. If Blue Scribes were incredibly cheap, if you made the Blue Scribes cost like 800 gold, I might take them. At the very least, they'd be a decent single entity. I think their magic should be more of a gimmick, and it shouldn't increase their price. Make the Blue Scribes cost just what they would be as a single entity, and then you're fine. Because like most of the time, you don't want to cast RNG magic anyways. Or like I don't know, make them cost like at least like I don't know, make them cost like 1,000, right? What could go wrong? Melee Blue Scribes, like it's still pretty jokes, right? And every once in a while, you get that odd spell that's just perfect for you. Come on, it'd be hype. Just give them a buff. I should add that to my meta report. I'll add it to the cool units list. Blue scribes could use a huge buff. $1,000 gold maybe. I feel like 1,000 gold would be like a solid, possibly niche. One more match, by the way, and then we got a next round. Hell yeah. Yo, very exciting. This is quite hard fought, I must say. Nothing like the Kislev. Melee blue scribes. Well, okay, the melee defense sucks, but... Oh, that's 35 melee attack. Oh, God, okay. You know what? Yeah, make him cost 800. Blue scribes are basically like a caster anyways, right? Just make them super cheap. Why do they cost so much? Why do they cost 1,500? What about the blue scribes made people scared? Like, just make them cheap, man. Just make them super cheap. How's the chariot doing in battles? Which chariot? We got like 5 of them. We got chariot lords. We got chariot heroes. We got normal chariots. We got burning chariots. The unpredictability, dude, if that's the reasoning, it's terrible. Oh man, I'm itching for this next fight. How many people do we have at 2 wins right now? Probably a solid amount. My opponent points are better than anyone else though. So I'm actually the top of the people with 2 wins. It's going to be Charix versus Dr. Jellyfish. Scarbrand Chan, best case scenario, I face Scarbrand Chan and win it. Then I'm guaranteed to make it to semis. Even if Charix loses, I'm still probably guaranteed. Second best scenario is we face Son of Heaven or Bigger Fish. I think Bigger Fish is... Did Bigger Fish also lose to Charix? No. I guess they lost to one of the other guys. One more match. Spicy meatball indeed. Is Tzeentch the worst faction? Statistically, on Total Tavern, they have the worst win to loss ratio. They have a 36% win rate. At least they had a 36% win rate. High Elves have a 38. So they're lowest by 2%. And they are 30% win rate behind the top faction. It's insane. Any uses for cockatrices? No, way too expensive. Way too expensive, and Kairos already has 3 nets. So if you want a net, you go for Kairos. They don't even like fill a niche in a way that's useful. Sad times indeed. Tzeentch is past High Elves now already. Let's go. Tzeentch is 38%. The power of me and Charix playing Tzeentch. The only matchup they lost to was the mirror match. So what? We already added plus... we added +5 wins, -1 loss. Yo, Tzeentch is probably going to surpass Nurgle soon. By the end of today, there's not that many Tzeentch games played, so... we might be able to get that going. Last time Bob Tzeentch down Professor Pone. He had 2 Exalted Heroes on Chariots. They're really good. Take that, Acer. Yo, Tzeentch for the win. Tzeentch best faction. Alright, next round. Advance the Swiss. Round 4. Dang it, we're up against Broccoli. We're up against Broccoli Fangirl. They're not super high up. I think the odds are... Dang, that's actually pretty rough. Son of Heaven actually has 1 more opponent point than me. Son of Heaven matched up against B6. B6, if you're watching, I need you to beat Son of Heaven for me. I need you to beat Son of Heaven. Broccoli Fangirl's good, but I really needed to match up. I'll take it though. If Charx goes 4-0 though, the odds that I make it to semis is still fairly good. It's going to be a nail biter though, whether or not we actually make it. So who are they playing as? Broccoli Fangirl is playing as Nurgle. Should be fine. All right. They ban Eastern Isle Colony. Ban Glade. So on board the low landing. If I recall, they were actually pretty good at Nurgle though, right? So I gotta actually be careful. Nurgle can be excruciatingly painful if you're not careful. They have best in class melee. Yeah, lore matchup indeed. They already got their build ready. So we got a specific anti-Tzeentch counter. Terrifying. Are we supposed to fight an opponent that we fought before? Yeah, it happens sometimes. Total Tavern's just like that. Is Tzeentch a worse faction for clickbait reasons? Yes. They actually are, though. I think Tzeentch might be worse than High Elves. I would be more confident winning with High Elves because they can kite. Tzeentch doesn't really have a particularly strong playstyle anywhere. Outside of, like, maybe some Changebringer shenanigans. But yeah, the spookiest thing is, like, what if they go for the Plague Drone Central, right? We know Plague Drones are a big, fat advantage against the forces of Tzeentch. High Elves are not the worst. Yeah, I would rather play High Elves. I think High Elf Kite is actually a really powerful style. You've opened my eyes. Yo, Charx, can you win? Can you win against B6 for me? That would be amazing. If you win against B6, I'll be able to get more Tzeentch wins. Unless you don't think I'm going to win the semis, in which case you should lose so that I don't make it to semis, so that I can't lose a game. And then Tzeentch will be at a 3-1. Your choice, man. Your choice. But please, please. I need this, man. I need this. Max Changebringers, they can't kill them all. They can and they will. Thank you very much. Aren't Plague Drones horrible? Against Tzeentch, they actually can win the air grind. It's a weird situation, but yeah, they actually do kind of win that, unfortunately. Okay, so I think I definitely want these. I'm a little bit overspent right now, but that's okay. You know what? Let's get rid of this spell, and you can take this. Perfect spend on the top army. Amazing. Yeah, this should be fine. Don't forget to bring magic. Yes. I will bring magic. Thank you, chat. But yeah, I think like as long as I have an anti-plague drone build, there's very little that Nurgle can do. A lot of people go for the Foot Tarmacon meta right now. He's not especially terrifying. I should be okay. Almost feel like the Changeling is good here. Green Knight doesn't actually solo Tarmacon. And if he gets wormed, he insta-dies. I bought a pretty standard build. Man, my eyes are dry, man. I gotta drink more water. All right, here we go. It's time. Thinking Marcus Changeling. So I went basically no flying this game, except for Kairos. I bought the blue fire spam because I don't really have that much use for his vortex spell. Let's see here. Oh, I gotta do some adminning. Gotta do a bit of adminning. Should be fine though. Here's the build. It's very straightforward. Kite him up. Just kite him up. And then we'll be goodies. Let's see here. Yeah, apparently I have to change some scores. So that means... so this guy should have one. Should have one opponent point. Yeah, one opponent point. No, he should have 0. Okay. So, yeah. And then, so we go here. We swap the score. And we go here and we give them the 1 point. And we go here and then we remove the point. Okay, we're ready. Good luck, have fun. Should be doable. Can't be that bad. Double exalted hero is pretty hype. Severed claw, because of course severed claw. And they're ready. All right. So I have a very mobile squad going on here. They started out with Furies, which is good for me. Normal Chaos Lord of Nurgle, not too spooky. Cultist of Nurgle is an interesting one. But as long as the Furies don't catch my Cav, my Skirmish Cav, I should be able to get some pretty good value. We are way more mobile than Nurgle here. It is more or less just an infantry stack. So I should be okay. I think a Centaur of Tzeentch is fine right now. Just a big old charge into the skirmishers. If I can kill them, that'd be huge. Are they not going to pull away? They stood their ground. What mad lads? I can even get a little blue fire on them, perhaps. There you go. That's pretty good blue fire. With them dead, now we're cooking, right? The value trade is really good for us now. Especially because I can net this guy. So we net them down. Chase these guys off. And Nurgle is already getting bullied a good deal. These Exalteds are doing a good job. Don't really need more infantry at this point. The infantry won't really have too much to do here. There's a terror out on these guys. But yeah, because we're playing a very mobile play style, I'm just gonna settle for this instead. There you go. Pretty good catch. Most of his skirmishers are dead. We got our boys here. Severed Claw doing great. And then just one fat cav charge should be all I need. The Exalted should not die. I can't use his Colossal Strike just yet. Oh, I see. All right. So he actually Bunas me. Interesting. But can he stand and fight? He doesn't have any cultist support. He did manage to rout off my cav though, with basically nothing. That's definitely disappointing. Dang, those Centaurs really do suck, don't they? But hey, I have a double cap. Value-wise, we're doing pretty good. The Exalteds are doing fine. I can definitely slow them down a bit. And then his Chariots. I don't really have much to deal with his Chariots right now. That's a little awkward. But hey, if I can get Lord Snipe, we're good. Maybe I'll just re-summon my Centaurs of Tzeentch. That one Chariot unit will cause way too many issues if I'm not careful here. So we're just gonna have to play back and defensively. Should be able to recharge these guys, save my skirmishers. Kairos got that net, so he'll be a-okay. Severed Claw, chadding it out. Absolute mega chads. Exalteds are also absolute mega chads. Yeah, and I'll just let him capture this point. Whatever. I don't want to summon any units that are just gonna get murdered, you know. But yeah, this is looking real bad for our Nurgle player. That's a Lord Snipe moment. If this guy goes down, it's basically over. So they're spamming Furies to try and save the Lord. We're gonna net him. It's a good opportunity for a net. I still got my skirmishers. Somehow my Exalted heroes are still pushing them though. Come on. Yeah, and then as long as the skirmishers make it out alive and we get this guy killed, I'm a happy person. Severed Claw still doing very good. Just a little bit more work. It's just a little bit more work and then they'll be down. Very low on the leadership now, indeed. Definitely a blue fire situation. Kind of close range. Whiffs because it was way too close range. But we got the route. That's basically all I needed to close out this victory. Because it's a very easy escorting off of the map. I can lose my skirmishers now. They don't matter nearly as much. I just gotta corral this guy off the battlefield. Come on. I gotta make sure he doesn't bring in like summons or something. Routing, kind of a weird situation. Come on. Yo, can this guy route in a normal direction? Is he still bad? Still pretty bad. All right, well, he's refusing to route in a reasonable manner. The corralling indeed did not work as expected. The edge of the map is right there, buddy. Whatever. It's just gonna slow down my recaptures just a little bit, but I doubt this guy's gonna be saved. You know what? Sure, we'll escort him off with these guys. There you go. He's finally gone. All right. Took a hot second, but the rest of this match should be fairly straightforward. Especially because I still have the home point of Nurgle. That part's pretty good. Does get the cultist summoned down, but actually a little bit too late. So they won't really be able to do much. Most of the chariots are going down. And Kairos can just start bullying the caster here. That should be enough for most situations. Without the caster, it's going to be pretty rough. I have another net I can throw down on one of these guys if I really want to. Could just blow up the Chaos Warrior, great weapons or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think maybe chariots are the best answer. Wonder how well my horsemen do against the Furies. Furies don't have their Lord leadership right now, which is going to hurt them pretty bad. Normal cast on this guy. Should just get him killed. Yeah, where do I want my bombardment? You know, I could just save it. That might just be the smartest decision. By saving it, we can wait until we run into something truly terrifying. Hey, look at that chariot chunking him down. Pretty nice. Caster's gonna go down. Wondrous. And yeah, now he has nothing for these guys. Honestly, it was mostly just a Lord Snipe. Lord Snipe shenanigans are really, really good with Tzeentch. It's very, you can replicate it super easily. And then here comes the Forsaken. So they're just charging into the Exalted over there. There is no escape except for the Forsaken. I should have netted them down. But for the Warriors, there is no escape. Lord's back, but it don't matter. And that should be the mega value. Cultist of Nurgle gets routed off. Wondrous. At least terror routed. That's a good start. Huge bombardment. Big ol' route over here. Yeah, I feel like the Centaurs don't really cook that well, do they? I feel like the Centaurs are okay, but I think you guys might be right. The Centaurs don't really do that much. They are actually losing a lot of the engagements they take. They're still really good versus infantry. Like, you know, if you want to kill dwarven infantry, they're almost perfect for that. But it's definitely a little bit more spooky than I thought. Had to take the scenic route with that Lord. Dude, that added like an extra couple minutes almost on that guy before he got that terror route. Anyways, he's on a rot beast. So you have regen, no weakness to fire. Sad times. But the cultist is down. The capture points are mine. I think this one's about as over as it gets. Barring some insane plays here. It's gonna be very, very difficult to come back 4,000 value as Nurgle. There's like nothing left here, man. So now we just have to hope that that's enough to make it to semis. We shall see. Oh, that's a lot of Furies, man. It's a lot of Furies. Okay, we'll back it up. The Fury shouldn't be too bad. I should be able to snipe that Lord. Maybe I can get a counter charge on the Furies. As long as my cavalry don't like full route or something, it should be okay. Maybe a Lord surround here. We counter charge the Furies. Give them a bit of a missile. We'll kill them again. Okay, kind of a bad fight though. I'm not gonna lie. This, as far as fights go, this definitely could have been a bit better. In the end, the Lord Snipe will still be good. The Centaurs do 1,000,000 damage. I had a Zongor there the whole time. Yeah, the Centaurs do 1,000,000 damage to single entities when they get us around. So it shouldn't really be too bad. He's tussling though. He's slowly but surely trying to get that disengage. He may even get the disengage. I'm throwing a little bit. I should not have taken that fight. But a Lord kill here would just be so great. Oh yeah, these chariots are like extra good versus Furies because they have magic attacks. Severed Claw. You served well. 0 kills though, really? There's no way they only have 0 kills. That'd be insane. Also, dang, I'm really feeling the more winds of magic this game with that Kairos scroll thingamajig. I feel like I have infinite magic. Okay, is Lord's almost gone? Yo, blue fire on Kairos is so crazy. It's cracked. Whoop, run away. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I have like the sick killer instinct to win here. It's definitely a little sus. There's always a chance, though, that I just get a good build against Charix and we'll be fine. Don't you dare. He rallies only to die to blue fire. Once again, the Lord lost penalty is upon my opponent. All I gotta do now is get the severed claw here. And, yeah, super Jova, right? Oh, I know why my horsemen are so good against the Furies. It's because they also have magic attacks, yes. I got magic attacks for days. Didn't they nerf Centaurs and Zongors last patch? Yeah, they actually nerfed Tzeentch, in a sense. Very rough indeed. But it's not like you can't take wins with them. So just because your units are weaker across the board doesn't mean that you don't have the tools that those units bring. So unless you're playing against like the top players in the world, you can generally outskill your way through most situations as Tzeentch. By simply playing well. It's probably gonna be enough. It's a pretty nice point blank shot. But yeah, if you just kind of play well enough, it's not too bad. Because like you still have a sniping lord. GG, well played. You still got monstrous units, you still have Cav. Right, and with tools like that, you can definitely get like 1,000 gold lead. Pretty easily. There's also the benefit that not a lot of people play Tzeentch. That's pretty good. Alright, come on, B6. You gotta beat Son of Heaven. You gotta beat Son of Heaven, B6, please. Okay, how's the opponent points going? Let's give it a refresh. Can I make it to semis? I only lost to Charix. As far as tournaments are concerned, that is as good as you can get. Generally. Sotek lost his last match. Rip. Let's see here. I only have 7 opponent points. I only have 7 opponent points. So, Son of Heaven could surpass me. I might be 5th place again. Really hoping for the tie. I just need Charix to win. Come on, Charix. Just do it. He's up against Dr. Jellyfish. Easiest match of his life, right? Why no pink fire for crowd clearing? Because these guys crowd clear. This build doesn't have a lot of single entity killing power. So we want to spam blue as much as possible. Any cast of pink fire means I get less blue casts. And then we fall behind. Look at that. 1,800. I think I summoned him twice, though. 1,300's pretty hype. At least for this guy. Considering they were getting Bunad. It's not too bad. Yeah, blue fire is great. Okay, not too bad. It was not too bad. We got the Lord snipes. All I gotta do is probably just get ready to beat Charix. If he goes the same playstyle, though, we win. Because, like, I know exactly how to counter it. Should not be that hard, I think. Oh, so yeah, blue fire is actually pretty decent crowd clear. It's kind of like Arrows of Kurnos. It has just a little bit of spread to it. Or at least, like, it does damage in a line, kind of. It's kind of like a weird wind spell. It's yeah, it's a really well-rounded spell. You don't see a lot of missile spells nowadays, so it's kind of nice to see it a little bit in Tzeentch. GG, Bakali, GG. How do you defend against Magic Lord sniping? Tarmakon would be a little bit harder to snipe. I would take Tarmacon on foot and then just resummon him. Because usually with Lord sniping, you need a little bit of melee fighting to take them down a notch. And Tarmacon would delete my Exalted Heroes. So if you go for him, it would be way harder. Isn't he reasonably tanky too? I've been seeing a lot of Nurgle builds. Yeah, he has 8,500 HP. He's insane. Hey, Slotak, what's up? I saw you. You got. Did you only got the one win? I think you lost the last one, right? Lore Master. Yeah, you got one win. I think you might have had some bad matchups though. Wood Elves is a little rough. Dark Elves is also pretty spooky too. Skinks, hello. How'd it go? Are you feeling confident? You have new builds. Chariots don't get double hit anymore, by the way. They fixed that. But yeah, we only lost to Charix, who's like the number 3 on ladder right now. We're like tied for Charix for second place. The last one, you just spread out and let Mastermind die. A lot of Warhammer losses is because like you make a mistake and your Lord dies. It is unfortunately incredibly common. Yeah, Skaven, you actually have to play a pretty tight formation. You have to be like, you got to go for like the two capture point strat. If you go for 3, it's too wide. Honestly, Broccoli Fangirl, if you're new to multiplayer, you're doing pretty good with Nurgle. Especially considering how bad the win rate is. Like, I wouldn't say Nurgle's top tier faction. Even though Turin can win with them. Hey, my lords have survived today. Alright. With the exception... Well, actually, all of them have survived at least till late game. I just gotta be able to beat Charix is all. He still hasn't finished his game yet. My path to the semis is entirely decided on whether or not he wins his match, I think. Because if he loses, he's probably gonna get to 3rd place. Let's refresh the signups thing. Yeah, I'm in 3rd place right now. Dr. Jellyfish is below me. So if Dr. Jellyfish wins this, it's probably Scarbrand Chan, Charix. Is Serika gonna get a win? Oh, actually, we're pretty in the clear almost no matter what. Almost no matter what. Yeah, it's Charix and Dr. Jellyfish are facing off. No one has opponent points that are even close to me. Very few people today actually got 3 wins. So I think we're good. Yeah, surprisingly, very few people got 3 wins. Anyone who did is far below us on opponent points. Oh, I know why. Yo, B6. B6 won against Son of Heaven. What a Chad. Thank you so much, B6. Yo, if Son of Heaven had not lost that game against B6, I might have been knocked out. He was definitely a contender because he lost to Charix too. B6 so coming in with the clutch. Oh my gosh, this is not rigged in the slightest. So that means we're making it to semis with Tzeentch regardless then. Whether Charix wins or loses, I think we have too many opponent points. God, that's terrifying though. A rematch against Charix would be spice-tastic. Our match is over now. Who won? Charix won. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Best case scenario is played out. I am guaranteed making it to the semis. With Dr. Jellyfish coming in. He's going to get a rematch against Charix. So that means that if me and Charix both win our semifinal matches, we can get another 2 wins for Tzeentch. We can get another 2 wins for Tzeentch, which may put them above Nurgle's win rate. Yo, it'd be pretty jokes if we just only played the lowest win rate faction. So like, if we just always pick the lowest win rate faction for every tournament, we'll like keep pushing them up, and then that way it'll kind of balance itself out, I guess. At some point it would stabilize though, right? Because you can only play so many rounds, me and Charix. Yo, that's true. It was a Tzeentch mirror, which kind of helps. Alrighty, so we're just gonna wait for the bracket to finish up. There's only one more match, but it's looking pretty set now. Tzeentch 40% win rate, Nurgle 41%. Yo, that's getting a little close, ain't it? Average sibling relationship. Yeah, Centaurs are really bad. Yo, Charix, are you actually feeling like Chaos Knights are better than Centaurs now? I guess Chaos Knights do have the tankiness. They're only 200 more. But like, are Centaurs really that bad now? I guess you get a lot more HP. You get like plus 1,400 HP for 200 gold. The downside is you don't have armor piercing, but you don't need it against every faction. I guess I can kind of see that, but like, man, that's a pricey unit. It's like a Blood Knight. Okay, not quite. It's a Dragon Prince. It's basically a Dragon Prince. How do they even compare to Dragon Princes? Same cost. Dragon Princes have... Okay. So, Dragon Princes are shock cav. Chaos Knights are way less shock damage. Higher stats across the board. Melee defense especially. Although these guys do have martial mastery. I guess they're kind of like Dragon Princes then. Without healing. Nurgle is definitely unplayable versus a lot of factions. Alright, here we go. Semifinals. It's time. So we're going to refresh this page. Gonna go to signups. The top players is Dr. Jellyfish and myself, both losing to Charix, Scarbrand Chan, and Charix himself. So we're gonna advance the top 4. Finalize this bad boy. Oh yeah, by the way, anyone who doesn't know of Tzeentch, by the way, how do I do like a channel shout out? Oh, like that. Lore Master. At Lore Master of Tzeentch. Oh, that's how it works. I see. Slash shout out for the win. All right. Anyways, the top 4 is settled. Yeah, if you don't know Tzeentch, definitely check him out. He makes sick lore videos. Got me into the depths of Warhammer. We're up against Scarbrand Chan. Hell yeah. Charix is up against Dr. Jellyfish. Dr. Jellyfish. Dr. Jellyfish. There we go. At Scarbrand Chan versus me. All right. So Scarbrand Chan is... I haven't played against him before, apparently. Although they did send me a code. Maybe I was spectating. I guess I was spectating. I'm going to assume they're playing Khorne. SFT declaration. I gotta win Tzeentch versus Khorne, I think. Unless they're going for something crazy. Scarbrand Chan is playing Chaos Dwarves. They're playing Chaos Dwarves. What the crap? Alright. So they're playing Chowie. Chaos Dwarves are not the spookiest faction in the game. They got trains, yes. But that's about it. They got trains. They got a bunch of chaff units. The top bracket. Interesting. Soul Grinder's actually, yeah, Soul Grinder's like one of the good ones here. So I assume he's gonna ban a Ragnarok Lair, or maybe he doesn't ban it. Maybe he wants to use the trees to his advantage. They got a lot of large units, a lot of fire resist. So I gotta be real careful about which units I take with fire damage. Because let's just say Chaos Dwarves are mildly effective against such things. This is a matchup where I'm pretty sure Centaurs of Tzeentch are good though. He does ban a Ragnarok Lair. Let's play Jade Tomb. I could do Dunes of Cain. Jade Tomb has less cover though. So let's do that one. Jade Tomb's just a long, big old map with the tiny forest on the flank. Yeah, Exalted Hero Chariots, you know, you want, it's the works, right? This matchup's pretty straightforward in general. Exalted Chariot Heroes basically guarantee that he has to take some sort of range unit. Yeah, just make sure that the full Centaurs aren't too spooky, but like, I'm made out of sniping potential. We're playing Tzeentch, man. We can snipe everything. That's not the biggest of issues. Much spookier, though. Let's see. So his trains are a little annoying. He could go full Gobbo spam, which is also pretty spooky. You know what? I got a plan here. Take one of these. Take one of those. My starting army? What's a good starting army against Chaos Dwarves? Zongors are okay here. Forsaken are okay here. There's nothing really that like leaps out at me as being just amazing. But, you know, I have enough just solid units where it shouldn't be too big of an issue. At least I think so. I wonder how those bull centaurs are gonna do. Changeling greases for the flex. The ultimate play. Changeling greases. Furies are kind of weird. I don't know if they have like a big role to play here. Is Shrieker Rocket a threat to Kairos? I think Kairos is a threat to the Shrieker Rocket. More than anything else. It also doesn't have a lot of pushing power, which is really nice for me. Maybe he can heal it up though with some weird build, but like I can just outrange it. One of the benefits of Jade Tomb is it's just a really long map. So artillery generally can't go for like deep pushes. Yeah, I think this is a fine build. There's nothing like crazy about it. You know, it's just a build. Really. It's just your average run-of-the-mill build. Nothing too spicy. Nothing too whack. If we go over and look at Chaos Dwarves, his skirmishers cost him $575. That is extraordinarily expensive. So you can't really afford to lose them either. Changeling Satang. Some Changeling Satang situation. It's kind of like, okay, look, here's the thing though, right? Changeling, as fun as he is, like Kairos is just too good to not take. I think Kairos is just a no-brainer lord most of the time, unless you got like some crazy shenanigans you want to pull. He's ready though. I think I'm ready too. Chaos Dwarves have not a lot of units, so they are fairly susceptible to a snipey faction like Tzeentch. He can play it extraordinarily safe, but we'll see. Changeling does not get mounts, so you have to become a big thingy. All right. Let's see it. He has 9 units. We got Sartorial. And a Train Killer. Ready, good luck, have fun. We both got sub 10 units. My reinforcement pool is Exalted. So if he goes for the artillery mega train, I definitely have enough sniping potential to just kill it. That's not the biggest issue in the world. Green Knight can sometimes have a hard time actually catching trains and such. He does have a slow, but he gets bogged down by Chaos Dwarf cavalry pretty hard. So gonna pass on that. He's giving me the ready. Here we go. Fire glaives. He brought the Kadai. 35% fire resist and missile resist. This guy has 35% fire resist and missile resist. We'll see how good my blue fire is. Thankfully, the Soul Grinder does magic damage only, so much more acceptable values indeed. I could just Tzeentch Firestorm his fire glaives. That's probably the smarter play. The Kadai is extremely expensive too. And that's why we bought our Exalted Hero here. You can see that Soul Grinder already getting the work in against his boys. Our first Exalted Hero is on the field. He's on his horsey, which is generally pretty nice. Let's just Tzeentch Firestorm. Pull these guys back before they take too much damage. Soul Grinder's away. And here comes my single entity. A couple Hobgoblins are not a big deal. Should be able to get a solid route. That's amazing damage versus the Infernal Fire Guard. Jeez Louise. Is Tzeentch's Firestorm actually cracked? Yo, since when? Bro. That's kind of crazy. They're gone. They're done for. Absolute annihilation over there. We will have to pull back though. That was overcast. It was 20 winds of magic. So kind of expensive. But given that he doesn't have that much range, I should just be able to get the Changebringers in now to clear off his Bull Centaurs. Got this guy over here getting his value off. Bull Centaurs are a little spooky, but not the end of the world. Aspiring Champions are doing their best. Yeah, I just gotta get another Tzeentch's Firestorm on these guys and we're fine, right? His Lord's definitely taking a lot of damage. He gets a kind of lackluster burning head. That's good for us. Kairos can definitely fight their Lord at least a little bit. For at least 2 hits until his shields run out. Can I get a Tzeentch's Firestorm here? Actually, might not be worth it. We'll see. His guys are kind of stacked on top of me. You know what? That was actually not too bad. I'd say that was actually totally fine. We can now start melting his Bull Centaurs. Getting my boys on him. And this is why we have the reserve Centaurs. They're here just to be defensive. They're not supposed to be an offensive tool. So that's pretty good. Only 2 capture points have actually been taken so far. As long as I play defensive and keep these guys alive, he really shouldn't be able to do much. Yeah, like he has 1 teeny tiny Infernal Guard Fire Glaive unit over there. We're just gonna go ahead and kill him. And I have enough of a lead to basically just reactionary counter everything that my opponent goes for. That's a pretty good flamethrower volley. I could shoot him. I could save for a Firestorm. Both are fine. His Bull Centaurs are taking massive damage. Yo, that Soul Grinder, though, is insane. That's a really good Soul Grinder, ain't it? The Soul Grinder's just melting his face off. It's going real well. In fact, if he routes off now, it's completely Jover for the poor Chaos Dowie. Kairos gets a little bit of a love tap. Then we're gonna get a little bit of a bombardment on him. That should be enough, right? That should be enough, yeah. So now that he's routed, we're just gonna escort him off the battlefield. Use our aspiring champions, keep these guys safe. And then we should be able to carry out from there. I got Cav to counter his Cav. We actually have a whack load of Cav. Bull Centaurs are gone. Aspiring champions are doing great. He does have a blunderbuss unit that he summoned on it, but they're not too spooky, as I can just kind of play keep away from them. Can he dodge this? Is this dodgeable? He is kind of clumped up. I feel like that would not be the worst fight I've ever taken. There you go. Lord's taste off. Wondrous. Then we're going to get our Tzeentch's Firestorm on these guys. Don't even need to do the net because they weren't paying attention. Wondrous. Exalted Champion is in now. And we have a mega lead. We have an absurd lead right now. Yeah, the Soul Grinder was just insane. It turns out, if you have a Soul Grinder, their lords just die instantly. That was crazy good for us. GG. So that's another win. Raid boss is Charix. He's the final boss. The Soul Grinder got mega value. Aspiring champions did not die. Yeah, this guy was... Yeah, you know, he actually got a decent amount of damage. It's more his Lord that did nothing. Soul Grinder Lord Snipe is brutal, man. Also, yeah, Infernal Gateway is so nice. Yeah, Soul Grinder is so good versus dwarves because it kills trains and their Lord. It really locks them into, like, other playstyles. And yeah, the Firestorm is actually some secret forbidden tech, ain't it? So that's Tzeentch versus Chaos Dowie. Tzeentch takes the win. Yo, how's the Tzeentch win rate? Yo, in one day, me and Charix elevated Tzeentch to, dang it, that's still 40%. Maybe after Charix wins this game. So what, 58 over 83. $38 over 56. Yeah, it's still a little bit more favored for Nurgle. Nurgle with that 41% win rate. I think one more of these tournaments though, and Tzeentch would like skyrocket. Yeah, Tzeentch Grinder into anti-large. He has bonus damage. Bonus 40 plus 5 shots per volley. So you can really, like, it's like if they bring a large unit, the Soul Grinder just insta wins. It just insta dumpsters anything that's large. It's kind of sick, man. It also has 450 weapon strength. Medium combat stats. Maybe slightly below average combat stats, but yeah, casual plus 200 damage on large. On top of its already very insane armor piercing damage. It's crazy, man. The only issue is if you can't find targets with it, then it's a little more sucky. But other than that, it's pretty good. So we're gonna do the usual strat, right? Lose versus Charix and then win on the second match, because then we know his gameplay. Unless he mixes it up. Maybe he'll go for like a crazy mix-up and then we'll lose instantly. I already know what I want to bring versus the main though. I already know what I want to bring. It's a range on this guy, 150. He technically outranges the blues and the pinks. How much to rank 9 it? You never want to spend money on ranks, man. That's like an extra 500 gold. What a waste. And for what? It burns its ammo a bit faster. Yeah, all part of the plan. Intentionally lose one of your matches and still make it to semis. And then they throw, because now you know their build and playstyle. Yeah, it's insane armor piercing. It's basically all armor piercing damage. I did have a really close match versus Charix in my Cathay run, where he forced me to play Beastman. That was pretty cool. Imagine he loses, though. If he loses, then I gotta be spooked. Dr. Jellyfish. Also, Oishi didn't make it. What the crap? Dr. Jellyfish is rocking Tomb Kings right now. Okay. All right. There's no way Tomb Kings wins against Tzeentch. If he loses Tzeentch versus Tomb Kings, that would be terrifying. It would mean that Dr. Jellyfish has some forbidden tech or Charix cooked too hard. He said he was memeing today, so maybe. He might have just gone for, like, you know, just way too many dudes. I know the Ushopti. Okay, quickly. Do Soul Grinders outtrade Ushopti? I must know. Troll country. We gotta do this quickly. That would be terrifying. If Tomb Kings takes a win, I don't even like. He has the experience. He has everything. All right. We'd probably have to fight 2 Ushopti too. Infernal Gateway's way more consistent. Kind of less damage though. But Infernal Gateway's pretty good. It's just a little bit more expensive. Can do a bit less damage. Definitely way more consistent. It's kind of large. Oh crap, I forgot. My Soul Grinder. In theory, Tzeentch annihilates here though, right? In theory, Tzeentch crushes Tomb Kings. I don't think we gotta worry about it. Bro, I didn't bring a grinder. I know. They're still fighting. They're still fighting. Who's gonna come out on top? Don't worry about the lack of grinder, all right? I'm nervous. Because either we're facing another mirror match, which I suck at, or Tomb Kings that just beat Tzeentch. It's bad no matter what. Range-wise, we're looking at less range on the grinder. Now, the grinder does a lot of armor-piercing damage. So he should be able to get a little bit of a chuck-off. Can I dodge shots? That's a big question, right? So you see that volley there? So we dodge that one. Then we dodge that one. And then we chuck. Because he shouldn't be able to dodge my hits, right? Crap, I only shot one. Oh, God. Does that count as a shot? Did I accidentally animation cancel? Ooh, that's not looking good. That's not looking good at all. I don't know how I feel about this. You can kind of do it, but it's definitely not the way. Maybe if you like do it perfectly, you can dodge the shots. If you're getting shot at by 2 Ushopti, it's really hard. A single Ushopti is not the worst though. Single Ushopti, I think you can dodge and shoot between shots, and he can't dodge and you can. Yeah, Ushopti Great Bows are kind of spooky. If he brings a Bone Giant, you're cooked. If he brings a Bone Giant, it's never gonna shoot. It's fine. I think I should have more than enough ways to snipe a Bone Giant. Okay, so here's the play. You get your shot off, and then you move. So the play's simple, right? You just let him shoot, then you get your volley off. You let him shoot, and then you get your volley off. This is still not the most efficient trading. And the Soul Grinder is more expensive too. I would need a unit of Cav. Though, like, technically a Soul Grinder can win the fight. In the most optimal of situations. If he brings 2 Ushopti, he spent more than my Soul Grinder. It can definitely kill 2 worth of ammunition. And it could probably kill single entities too. Slightly micro intensive. I think it's doable though. It's within the realm of reason. Sharks and jellyfish are still fighting. That's terrifying. It's a close match. Either that or someone just refuses to leave. Oh boy. All right. Me versus Sharks in the finals. Can you afford to babysit one unit the whole game? If I can't, I don't deserve to be first place on the ladder. I do occasionally make mistakes though. As much as I like to hype myself up, we definitely make mistakes from here and there. Oh my gosh, a prime sub. Thank you very much, Blasty. Terry Tarkleby, thank you. Welcome to the crew with the Fleet Admiral. Dude, it's been ages since I got one of those. Holy crap, Terry. Thank you so much, man. That helps me out a lot more than you might expect. Thank you, thank you. What about 8 bone giants? Okay, you know, I think the bone giants, I don't think they 1v1 a soul grinder with Kairos Blue Fire. It shoots really, really slowly. I guess I might as well test it out though. Who knows? What if the bone giant is the forbidden tech? Let's just see, because you can't dodge it, right? I think its homing shots are a bit too good. Thanks for streaming so much Warhammer. Oh my gosh. Yo, it's been fun. Soul Grinder powers up the more you grind. Actually? Does it have an ability? No. Some Tzeentch units actually do get stronger the more spellcasting you do. Okay, so here's the thing, right? So I'm gonna have to like, oh wait, you can dodge this? Wait, dude, you can dodge the bone giant. Dude, the bone giant sucks. Do I even have to micro against it? What if I just sit? Dude, this is easier than the other thing. It does like no damage. I don't do a lot of damage to it either, but like you can just dodge it. Okay, so in the case he brings a bone giant, I think I straight up ignore it or we just kill it. Like, look at this. Okay, I guess it's a little hard to dodge. Woo! It's kind of pitched, but if you dodge it, as long as you're moving between your soul grinder shots, I think bone giant gets wrecked. Technically though, it does eat up like all of your ammunition. I think it would be better to just ignore the bone giant. That's how bad I think it is. It's like not even worth killing, man. Like, is it even doing damage? The soul grinder can just like shoot Tzeentch for the whole game, you know? I don't have to shoot this thing. It's garbage. Actual garbage unit. Yeah, I don't have to worry about it. We can just straight ignore it. All right, come on. Who won, man? Who won? Oh, did they finish their match? Charx won. It's a mirror match again. All right, this is silly. Yo, me and Charx just inflated the Tzeentch win rate so hard. The only losses that Tzeentch got this entire tournament was because of mirror matches. They literally did not lose any other games. As Kairos foresaw. No. All right, here we go. This time I'm not goofing around, okay? We ain't goofing against Tzeentch. In a world of Tzeentch mirrors. Nurgle still couldn't surpass Nurgle. Oh man, yo, poor Nurgle, man. Even after the Turin, I swear, Turin bringing out his Nurgle guide made them lose more games because it gave people hope. It's kind of like the high elf buff. It made them lose more than they did before. All right, who's first? You're first. Lustrian Narrows, Imperial Road, or Itza. So I have the forbidden tech this time. In that, yeah, I have the forbidden tech, which is just lose against them the first game and then bring a counter build. Probably. I doubt, like, is he gonna have anything else? I don't know. Kairo's Quest Battle Finals. Imagine CA randomly watching this one stream and then they nerf, they nerf the poor guy. How's Imperial Road? Imperial Road is a very wide open map. Imperial Road. The Tzeentch finals. So there's only a couple ways to play this bad boy. There's only a handful of ways to play this match. And it's gonna be silly almost no matter what, right? If the matchup's on Imperial Road, it's gonna be a silly one. Ain't nothing about it. This one's gonna be silly. No matter what, Tzeentch wins this tournament. Tzeentch OP. Confirmed. You played 2 tournaments today? No, I think I'm done after this one. I have some IRL stuff I want to get to. Tzeentch won a tourney. Clearly they need some nerfs. You know, honestly, the meta's in a really good place. If we can play almost any faction and win. It's only Skaven that can't get a win no matter how hard people try. But like every other faction has been pretty viable, right? All right. So what's my reserve army? I got my starting army. It's sick. Ain't nothing gonna take it out. Reserve army is a questionable. It's a questionable difference. Let's see. Fish people. Yo, fishmen would be so cool. I love fishmen. That'd be hype. Alright, I brought the cursed build. This build is about as cursed as it can possibly get. Everything about this build is perfect for the match that we are about to participate in. Surely, my opponent has nothing that can defeat this absolute madness of an army. Check out Lucy's crab mod. Oh, there's crab mod? Hell yeah. There's only one way to beat Charx's shenanigans. And it's with more shenanigans. I think either we dominate here or I get wrecked. This build is very one note. Oh lordy, he's ready. Is it gonna be a Kairos fest? I bought Kairos. I didn't bring the Green Knight. If he brings the same build as last time, we dominate. I brought double Soul Grinder, max Centigores. What do you think? Remember Araby Copium for Warhammer 2? I remember the Araby Copium. They added a city with the name Araby in it. They gotta add them now. Yo, the Cathay though, the Cathay was sick. Yeah, he gets out his lord pretty hard. Okay, the plan is very simple. Ready, good luck, have fun. He has 5 units. So I have second Soul Grinder in reserve. We got capture shenanigans abound. Nippon, definitely the next expansion, yeah. Screw Slanesh. He bought skirmishers, he bought double Soul Grinder, okay. So we know double Soul Grinder is a spooky situation. We also know he doesn't have any mobility. So this is actually very simple. Don't lose the Cav and bum rush him. He has Doom Knights of Tzeentch. Mad Lad has Doom Knights of Tzeentch. I can get an Exalted Hero. That's all I really need, right? One Exalted Hero here should be able to crush it. Alright, here we go. If he uses his magic on these guys, it's not gonna help him out too much. Get him, boy. Exalted Hero may take a blasting, though. But this should still be fine. Can he dodge those shots? Not really. So we're just gonna charge his... We're just gonna charge his Soul Grinders. We're gonna silence Kairos. Trust me. Trust me on this one. There you go. So Kairos is now silenced. He cannot net my guys for a minute. No matter what he does, he will not get the net. That's going to leave my guys a huge opportunity here to get work done. All right, the lack of Kairos net's gonna be painful for him. It's gonna be insanely painful. Look at that, his Doom Knights are taking a little bit of a chonking. Come on, you darn net. Just cook him up. Just cook him up. I got a couple skirmishers here. How's my boy doing? All right, he's doing fine. Come on, I just gotta kill his Soul Grinders. We just gotta kill the Soul Grinders. Okay, net's down. Gotta be a little careful. Don't want to get drop or renode. If he goes for the drop, it's bad. Looks like we did bait it out, though. He did waste a little bit of magic. That's a plus. It's a huge plus. The Exalted Hero on a chariot. He's gonna Chad it up. He's gonna be a Chad. You know what? Just kill the Doom Knights. His Soul Grinders aren't the spookiest guys in the world. Okay, so now he finally gets one net off. But his Soul Grinders are taking some heat right now. This chariot guy is doing great. I got another horse skirmisher out. There you go. Okay. Uh-huh. Gonna blue fire this guy. Okay. And then we're just gonna silence him again. We know Kairos is like the be-all end-all, right? Kairos is the only thing keeping his build together. As long as he's perma-netted, all right, I don't have to worry about a thing. My Soul Grinder living is amazing too. Looks like his is crumbling now. Nice. Then we can start bullying his Doom Knights. I got lots of skirmishers here too. Okay, that's pretty good. Yo, just silence the Kairos. Silence you. All right, there you go. So he commits to that engagement. That's pretty crazy. I can just net them down though, and then we can get a good old missile bombardment on them. That should be rather painful. And we also have a triple cap. That's huge. That's pretty good bombardment. Oh, his Doom Knights get massacred. His Kairos no longer is silenced though. But yo, the silencing actually MVPing it. All right, Kairos just has to live. If my Soul Grinder kills his, then he's done for, man. And he's been using all of his nets, so my skirmishers still are completely undeterred. Exalted should be fine. He should be totally fine. There you go. There's a big old charge. Okay, and we just have to flee from the Doom Knights is all. A little bit of a blue fire over there is good. I got the capture points, which is a huge dub. Blue fire cooking. Silence him again. Silence the darn Kairos. There we go. All right, Kairos is once again silenced. That means that I have free reign over him again. And it doesn't seem like he has a lot of Exalteds, which is really nice for us. My Exalted is faring decently considering the circumstances. Okay, there we go. Just axe throw him to death, I guess. Is this guy gonna live or die? He might live. Questionable, questionable. He's gonna distract for a little while though. And a second Exalted is definitely going to be an MVP. Based on how hard it was just to kill that one Exalted, a second one is just going to delete him. Kairos is still silenced too. No speaking for you, good sir. And he decked him out too. You guys are right. He does like to deck out his Kairoses. So because he's decked out, the silences are like double effective against him. Oh, the blue fire. Come on. Oh, I got him to friendly fire his own soul grinder. I got him to friendly fire his own soul grinder. What an MLG play. Bet you weren't expecting that one, son. Oh my gosh. Actual MLG intensity. Oh my god. The outplays are insane. The outplays are numerous. Huge. All right, here we go. We just gotta kill these guys now. Cairo should be fine. If I just land him, he should be okay. Shush you. No magic for you. I can't believe it. We won with the Glean magic tech. I can't believe we're gonna win with the rogue Glean magic tech. Glean magic is like it's such a janky thing, but this is actually like the perfect time for it because it's such a Kairos fest, this matchup. Net them down so they can't do anything. All I need now is another soul grinder. Glean magic, actual MVP. Then I'll get a blue fire on them. That should be quite painful. And then a soul grinder to finish the job, and then we're done here, man. We killed him with the Centaurs too. He's still massively captured. Kairos can just peel away here now. And then, yeah, he's going to get the net off, but it's not really going to do much. A little bit of a bombardment there to take him out. Thank goodness he went the same build. If he went a different build, I would have been screwed. Missiles incoming. That's really good versus the Doom Knights. His Doom Knight micro is really strong, I must say. Ooh, a little bit more friendly fire. Got a little bit of work on me, though. Yeah, his Doom Knight micro is really strong. We saw that he is very predisposed to getting work done with that shenaniganry. So I knew that it was pretty likely we would see Doom Knights again. And that's where the soul grinders cook. Kairos here should not be too spooky. I may even just be able to kill him. Soul grinder definitely deletes the poor man. Some Forsaken here for that business. And he withdraws. We did it. The rogue Tzeentch victory! Victory for Tzeentch! Just as planned. Kairos observed his mirror. Gee, well played. He observed his mirror and he dunked him. Campaign battle achievement unlocked. Starting with the Centaur rush though against the soul grinders was just an easy win though. The soul grinder start is just gonna be stronger. Easy for Tzeentch, please nerf. Yo, the blue fire dodge though to make him friendly fire, that was some real Kairos shenanigans. That was some insane shenanigans. The one soul grinder was sick. Yo, Centaurs. Centaur for the Cav dominance. Mirrors of Madness indeed. I can't believe Glean magic was actually good. The silence into the main engagement was insanely good. Because he couldn't net and kill them with his OP spells. He had so many spells that he couldn't use. And then it was just draining his magic the whole battle. Like he had like half magic uptime. That was a sick match. Yo, I should send that one to Turin. Although it wasn't that close. It's pretty stompy. Maybe I don't send it to him. He doesn't like mirrors anyways. Oh man. Yeah, it's gonna be a Tzeentch video for sure. There you go. Well, there you go. That was a solid match. We have successfully won a tournament against Charix. Playing as Tzeentch nonetheless, in a mirror. I can't believe. How is this real life? Tzeentch actually OP. He Literally, the only losses we got were against each other. Hilarious. We have brought Tzeentch up to tied with Nurgle at a 41% win rate. Hell yeah. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. We're gonna see if we can raid somebody though. Anyone know who's streaming right now? Excuse me. If there's no one I know, then so be it. Warhammer Total War. Yo, that's crazy though. Tzeentch Mirror Finals. Be a cool video. Yo. I can't believe it. Let's see. Who's streaming right now? Oh, Mercy's streaming. Nice. He's been raiding me loads. We'll go ahead and send him some love. Mercy the Mad. He's a content creator that stuck with Warhammer during the Dark Ages, where a lot of other people quit. Mercy the Mad decided to stick with it and keep that Warhammer content alive until it bounced back, which eventually led to me coming back. So if you can't appreciate Mercy the Mad for his gusto there. Why can't I type? Mercy. Yeah, if you can't appreciate him for the gusto, at least appreciate him for his sick videos covering how to play single player and how to exploit mechanics. After this, we're playing Chaos Dwarves. That was the next request, so keep an eye out for that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another Chaos Dwarf tournament. Should be fun. Raid is underway. There you go. So we'll start the raid. Peace out and have a wonderful day. Oh, dang. Yes, 1 million gyrocopters. Hell yeah.